What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to torture Barbuta for making me lose.
Are you trying to like break the barrier of the game? Like, is this some speed?
You don't understand. I'm trying to torture the character Barbuta. He's
like,
living.
You should start a rumor on the internet that if you crush Barbuta under the sign 50 times within 60 seconds, you just automatically win.
We are now going to record your war crimes.
Let's check the let's go check the scores, shall we? For killing John Barbuta. Let's go see the scores. 9.5. Only a 7 from the East German judge.
Yes, he's had some rather.
No, Norway. Norway has a favorable score, actually. Norway liked that Death showed up twice in a row.
And you will know how low Shorty got.
I have a note here. It just says "fuck you."
Yes, that would be from Japan.
And my 5th Viagra of the day has kicked in.
I'm very aroused, Jordan.
I could never tell.
I'm in character.
You don't see that
there? You know that Scottish people are from the future.
Oh man, I hate the bats aren't predictable. Please don't look at me. Okay, no, please just go away.
The player is requesting that we do not look at him, so if the crowd would like to kindly turn their eyes away, we will shut
look over there. It's a
massive
dragon. Let's see if that works.
Anthony has requested the extermination of all bats, so we are going to bring in the exterminator.
Unfortunately, it is the exterminator from the movie Ant Bully, so he will be incredibly horrific.
But he will learn a lesson
by Paul Giamatti.
I'm going to call the Verminator so that we can get a even 1v1 setting for the best exterminator in this game.
Yes, starring both the principal cast members of the movie Sideways, who both played exterminators in animated movies in the year 2006.
That's from Fun Fact Jordan, everybody. All right, hang on. Let's see if Christian. Let's see if Christian can figure it out.
Christian, there's something about this room that's different. Do you know what it is?
I don't remember what the room originally looked like. So
there's one thing in this room that is not like all the other things. Do you know what it is?
I'm scared, Mom.
If he says the same thing the rest of you did.
Boots with the fur got the whole club staring at her.
Do I have a time limit?
You have until Clanky does it for you.
Is it the door? Is the door going to eat you?
Every single one of you guys did the door. Okay, and Clanky is going to start this room over.
No. This is the speedrunning strat. You don't understand. This is why I'm the speedrunner.
Ladies and gentlemen, this was not the speedrunning strat.
Shut up, you.
Clanky should not hear the commentators, and yet he somehow is. He is supposed to
be running strat is actually to not play the game.
Oh my god, that is so saucy.
Okay, it's fine.
And Clanky employing the speedrunning strat of getting killed to elevate himself higher.
Come on.
To a place where blind man sees.
Where is that exterminator?
Thank you, Graham.
Get away from me. Okay, thank you. This is why I can never be a speedrunner, dude. I'd never shut up.
You know, more golf commentators should break into Creed.
Yeah.
With arms wide open, under the sunlight. Welcome
to
Clanky,
you don't have to die. Take the ladder up, and there's another way around.
A man walks down the street. He says, "Why am I soft in the middle now? Why am I soft in the middle? The rest of my life is so hard. I need a photo opportunity. I want a shot at redemption. Don't want to
end up a cartoon in a cartoon graveyard.
Bone digger, dogs in the moonlight, far away in my well-lit door. Mr. Beer Belly, get these mutts away from me. You know, I don't find this stuff amusing anymore.
Jump to the right, and you maybe can make it.
You'll be my bodyguard.
You can be your long-lost pal. I can call you Betty. And Betty, when you call me, you can call me Al.
I'm glad Mick and Jordan are having such
solo.
Oh, are you kidding me? I'm having the best time.
Big butts, and I cannot lie.
You other
that I cannot deny.
Insane.
And when a girl walks in with the itty bitty waist and around here in your face, you get sprung.
Don't say it, I know.
Fall down on you again? Oh,
Chungus, big chungus.
Lisa, I miss you, and I really miss the kids. I really would like to reapply for dual custody.
You guys, we can start the yearlies. By the way, we're
Really? We
We'll
can.
finish this.
We give you one more chance, bud.
all right. Then I can't fuck it up.
The
Yeah,
pressure's
we need
on.
your full attention for the yearly. So
It'll be fine.
Clearly,
That's what
this
they all
game is
say.
mindless.
It's not a Christian. I had to memorize this pattern.
I can only imagine the hours.
the minute, you mean?
Yeah.
The agonizing hours.
Oh,
The hours
that's fun.
I would have never figured out that stupid acid puddle was walkthrough. Okay, I would have been stuck on this game for the rest of my life.
Well, yeah.
Does the
Because
door
it's
actually
not-
eat you though?
Because Barbuta's the fucking worst.
I'm telling you, you guys will not be like Barbuta will seem like a really ambitious game when you play combatants.
Look, none of these are
And
movie
and
packs, so I
Clanky
don't
and
wanna hear
Christian, it will piss you guys off so much more because of what it's trying to be. It will make you so
Or-
personally offended.
Or, as Jeannie said, you can just play Party House, and that's all you
I
really
mean,
need this game for.
I'm surprised
And
that there are.
Avianos.
What'd you say?
And Avianos.
Here's the thing, right? Is that Party House is just the best. I would have paid $20 for Party House.
All right, Clanky, focus.
Body time. Ow.
Nope.
He saw the fucking turnaround with the regret in his eyes.
I want to fuck you like an animal. I want to feel it from the inside.
Nope.
My whole existence is flawed. You bring me closer to God.
I don't know how I'm supposed to get on this platform and then the other platform in time. I just don't see how it's done. Like that? Just like that?
Just
Hello?
like that.
He's
Literally.
never do it. He might
Okay,
be the
hang on.
best
We're
ever
not
to do it.
done. Just climb up that ladder and be prepared for a boss.
There's bosses in this game.
There's a boss. It's not a hard boss, but
What if death is in this room? What then? Can I get
It's
this
the
egg?
egg.
Is this a
It's
trap?
the egg.
I think that's a shop.
See if you
It's a
can through
shot.
here.
You can try.
You
Okay.
have 50 cash.
Actually, it might be an extra life. I think you're right.
Egg.
Oh no. You get
Egg.
Egg! By the way, that was one of my
Also, you
favorite
get the egg
things
in the
from
triangle.
doing the 1999 edit was every time Taylor would go, see if you can make through here.
Hey,
Who
friend.
is that man? Is that the boss?
That's the shop guy, actually.
Oh.
Actually, Clanky.
That's,
I
that's me
think
when I wake up in the morning.
Clanky, you're gonna hate this. Go back up. I think that's an invisible platform that you can walk over to get to the stairs on your right.
Wait a minute.
The ladder. Go to the right. Go to the right. Go to the right. Go to the
Okay,
right.
Go to the right. You said the ladder, and then I was like, okay, the ladder.
Yeah, I corrected myself. I'm pretty sure you can just walk on that.
Are you sure?
Oh, if
You
he's
have an.
wrong.
You have
Oh,
an.
no, this is not going to go
Clanky,
well.
would you like me to look it up to be sure?
I kind of want to trust you at your word. That way, no
I
matter
don't
what, it's
remember.
really
I don't remember, but I know that there's no other things you have to get. So logically, you must be able to walk on the seal on the air.
Ooh, what a feeling.
Oh wow!
Knocks
was
and
Wow.
socks.
nasty.
Knocks and socks. Knocks
Okay.
on fox and
Now
socks.
be
There are
ready.
real world lives on the
Dodge
line.
and stab. Dodge and stab.
Stab what, the balls? Or the ghosts?
Oh.
No.
Two lives. Two lives. Two lives.
I'm going to be real, Chief. This ain't going to go well.
No, we're so back.
Never
Let's
tell
put
me
it on
odds.
board.
It was there.
Step.
Did it connect?
Was this
Ouch.
game made before Delicious?
All right, everyone, shut up.
Fuck you. All right. Well, I tried my best, and that's all that
You'll,
matters.
you'll beat it. You'll beat it later.
That
Socks
This is
on
it.
really
knocks
fun
and
and
knocks
fair,
and blocks.
actually.
Fox and socks on box on knocks.
Fuck,
Chicks
damn.
with bricks come. Chicks with blocks come. Chicks with bricks and blocks and clocks come. We good?
We got it.
Are you?
Hello and welcome to the Yearlies. It is the 7th hour of the National Yearlies Tournament, where you can hear the anticipation blowing through the air. I'm your host, Jordan, and I have never been more erect than I am at this current moment. We bring you now... God damn it, that gets me. We bring you now the last call bracket of the Yearlies, which means these are 16 games that we haven't discussed already in the previous 3 decades that we've discussed on the Yearlies.
And you heard it here, folks. After today, no more game brackets ever.
Well, not necessarily.
Oh, fuck, I gotta
But
go.
anyone waiting to hear...
That is a classic Graham lie, everybody. That was the Graham lie of the evening. This is what we were all too stupid to remember to put up.
Or
or didn't have the balls to.
The year came and went, and then we played the game.
Yes.
Yes.
I was going to say that's one of my choices for me.
Actually, you're totally right. That's exactly what this was for.
Or these were so early in the Yearlies that we didn't even know the full rules yet, and so some games were omitted because we were still learning how to do it.
Or these games actually were on a bracket, and we just gaslit ourselves to saying they weren't.
Wait, seriously? Is that a case?
We'll get to it.
Oh no, you Frogger too! No, I don't think there's that.
I'm sorry. There will be no Frogger slander in this house.
It's simply what you're doing.
I remember now.
My Frogger pitch is going to be very humble, as it is embarrassing for me.
So somehow, by some means, we actually do have some honorable mentions.
Well, if anything, this should have the most honorable mentions, considering this is every year before 2023 ever.
Yeah. Who'd like to go first for that?
I'll go first.
Okay, Mick. Who says in his honorable mentions, I'll come up with some if I have to.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I've got tons I could talk about, considering this is like literally every game, but like, it's like, I don't know what to fucking put here. You know, so I don't actually really have any to speak of, apart from Oh Bartender.
Yes.
I know where you live.
I should have been on here.
Yes, let's go. Oh, Bartender.
Okay, so for the last 2 minutes, I was looking at mixed picks from the 90s honorable mentions. I'm like, what is he talking about? There are 4 right here, and I need to call him out because Dig Dug is on the bracket. I can't wait to call him out on this. And then I realized that I was the asshole.
Man just entered a quantum wormhole all the way back in time to the honorable mention.
Listen, it's very hot in here.
So I don't actually have any, because I honestly could. There's so many things I could talk about, so many weird indie games I played that like no one's ever fucking heard of. Honestly, yeah, I've got nothing. Someone else want to go?
Who are you gonna popcorn?
You gotta popcorn it.
You know what, Clanky? You asked. You go.
All right. Well, that's fair. Going backwards to forwards, I guess. Snipper Clips is a 2-player game for the Switch. It was one of the launch titles, and that's really why it got its notoriety. It's fun. It's cute.
Out.
I like how it continues the tradition of
Chandler.
I like how it continues like the tradition of the you know how like games back in the day, like in the N64 or whatever, used to have unrelated like multiplayer game modes. Snipper Clips kind of does that too, and I kind of appreciate that, even if they aren't very good. But the main game is fun. It's like a puzzle game. You and a friend work together to try to make things happen, whether it's get a ball in like a bucket, whether it's to catch like water, whether it's to make certain shapes. Like, you know, you're always doing fun stuff. And you do it by like cutting you and your friend. Not like in the horrific way, but like your pieces of paper, so it makes sense.
Yeah, I go up to Clanky and I like shank him in the middle of the game.
Do you know how we constantly talk about mood whiplash on the show?
Yeah.
Do you know what the Snipper Clip devs went on to make?
Oh, no.
I think I know this, but please remind me.
Crow Country.
Bayonetta 2. Oh.
The survival.
Crow Country or Crow
Country is a great fucking game.
I do. That's a game that's been on my radar for a really long time. I really want that game.
You should. It's really good.
Yeah.
Oh, I know the game you're talking about. Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's probably going to be my horror game this October.
I actually have it on my backlog. That's how good I hear it is.
Yeah. I'm excited. But anyway, Virtual Springfield is another Simpsons game that I honestly forgot to put on for 97. Not like it's it's not like an incredible like game or anything. It's literally just you exploring Springfield and finding like secrets and what you see is what you get. It's not the most amazing game in the world, but it's funny. It's cute. You can have a lot of fun with this game. Part-time UFO is I think we kind of talked about this before, where it's one of those games where it's kind of I guess like reverse Angry Birds is the best way to put it, where instead of trying to knock down the tower that's already constructed, you're trying to construct your own wobbly tower, like based on like the shapes that are, like provided to you. Sometimes you have to like catch certain amount of things, like in the water, like fish, and put them on a boat. Sometimes you have to like literally make like buildings or sculptures based on like a blueprint. It's a very fun game. It's very cute. And it really feeds into my addiction of claw machines. So it has that going.
It's made by the Kirby devs, if I recall correctly, and much more notably the Box Boy devs.
Right,
dude,
right.
Box Boy is a solid puzzle game. Part-time UFO 50. I'll play Box Boy. I think I have it on. I actually have both Part-time UFO and Box Boy plus Box Girl on my list of co-op games to play with Clanky and or Christian.
You should play UFO 50. It's real UFO 50.
Yeah, you should play UFO 50.
You should play Part-time
Great
UFO.
idea.
Taylor, why haven't you played UFO 50
and I'll go in order too. I'll start with Barbuta. That seems the most approachable.
Ooh, Barbuta.
Yeah, it is the first one, so obviously it's the one you want to play.
Yeah, dude. Force Competitor's masterpiece.
All right. Well, anyway, the last honorable mention is 60 Seconds. It's a game where you play as it's a game where you play as a nuclear family, and you have to try to survive a nuclear blast in your bomb shelter. So you go day after day trying to survive, and your food rations and water rations keep getting lower. So you have to go up into the surface and try to find rations for yourself while trying not to get contaminated by the nuclear waste. And you have to try to survive for as long as you can. But what's interesting about it is at the very beginning of the game, you play as the family, and they run around, and you have to try to collect as much stuff as you can for the bomb shelter before the bomb shelter actually starts. Okay, time.
That was probably like around 20 seconds, so you were on world record pace with that one.
Oh damn! Okay, I in my own warped perception, I thought that I was like really running low on time, so I tried.
When I said hurry, I didn't think you would actually hurry. I just meant that. Oh no, we only have 60 seconds. What happened?
No, I know, and I was trying to get it done in 60 seconds.
And 60 parsecs also really fun.
All right. Well, that's it. I'll popcorn. I'll popcorn Christian.
Yes. So for my compromise,
with no commas, so it's all one game.
Yeah. I put the Simple 1500 series Hello Kitty Volume 1 Hello Kitty Bowling. So the Simple series is it's basically like D3 Publishing, who is known, I think, mostly for like games in Japan, decided to have this title for basically their own version of shovelware that they would publish, and they called it the Simple series. So a lot of very small devs would basically get together and make these incredibly simple, tiny little games, and then they would be marked under the Simple game tag. They would have a number, which is how much they cost. So this Hello Kitty game is 1,500 yen, and yeah, essentially this would just be a nice way to really push out budget titles with ease. Some of them are as simple as games like Mahjong and other card games, and then you get a couple where I think there's one called like what is it, Destruction Lady or something, where you fly a plane around a giant woman.
Wait a minute.
I only got to see it.
Wait a minute. I've heard of this series before, and the reason why is because this is where the Earth Defense Force series began.
Yes, that is exactly it, and that alongside some of those other really weird games is part of why the Simple series is actually Demolition Girl. That's the one. Demolition Girl. You have to like defend a giant woman. It's like Mr. Mosquito, but the roles are reversed or something. Anyway, Simple 1500 series Hello Kitty Volume 1 Hello Kitty Bowling is bowling, but you're Hello Kitty. And there were apparently bowling. Yeah, exactly. There are 3 other Hello Kitty Simple 1500 series games. But this one has a pretty cool song to it, so that's why I included it.
Is this an honest Yearlies?
The Yearlies is honest. I'm not going to necessarily say this compromises is honest, but so, I mean, I'm in the same position as Mick, where it was. I'm in the same position as Mick.
There's so much I could fucking talk about. I'm only going to go through them. Like, do I really need to list off Dr. Langaskov the Tiger and the Terribly Cursed Emerald on this shit?
That game is wonderful.
I know it is, but I've got so many 15-minute fucking games like this where I'm like, this was neat. Am I going to mention it? Probably not.
Yeah. Say it's I could. Parable devs who make you hit the number 4.
I could talk about Simple 1500 series Hello Kitty Volume 2, Hello Kitty Illusion Puzzle, but like, I don't see why I would need to go through everything. The only other games I want to mention are, I originally had Yume Tuki as one of my entries on this list. I took it out because there was no confirmation that the game was done, so I figured it would probably be best to not include it. But that game is great. It's an MMO, but Yume Nikki is an MMO basically. So you run around these like really cool environments. The game is so bottomless. You can get costumes, walk around with people, put on a penguin suit and slide across the ground on your stomach, and then everyone else puts on the penguin suits and everyone else slides around on the ground on their stomach, and it's just great. It's rad. And then I still haven't answered
my question.
What was your question?
Have you played Simple 1500 series Hello Kitty Volume 1 Hello Kitty Bowling? That's not what I asked you. I asked you if this is an honest Yearlies, but that was going to be my
answered that question. I did answer that question.
What do you mean an honest Yearlies?
I mean, does he played Simple 1500 series Hello Kitty Volume 1 Hello Kitty Bowling?
It's on his honorable mentions. Does it really matter?
That means nothing.
I mean, look, here's the thing, Taylor. Here's the thing. When you play Simple 1500 series Hello Kitty Volume 1 Hello Kitty Bowling, then you come back to me and you tell me what you think. Also, I did float the idea of putting a bartender on here, but I decided that it would cause too much psychic damage, so I decided not to do that. All right, Graham, take it away.
Okay, so for my own mentions, first I have Darksiders 2, which is a game I've started and like recently started a bunch and I've never finished, despite thinking it's pretty good.
That's the Zelda clone, right?
Yeah. I wouldn't call it like a direct clone, but it's like definitely it feels like they took the blueprint.
Yes.
You play as Death, voiced by Michael Wincott. He's really great. Pillars of Eternity, I actually have just finished the original Pillars of Eternity this year, and it was pretty good. Like I already put Pillars of Eternity 2 on here. On a previous bracket.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. I was shocked that I was like, really? This is going here? But then I remembered you put Deadfire on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wonder what it went up against.
Yeah, I don't remember these things.
Dude, what's
it
gonna come up against? Fuck. Usually I remember these things. Sorry, Graham, continue.
The Hobbit was
There's no way.
The Hobbit was one of those games I played like on my PS2 a whole bunch. I could never beat it. It's one of those games where it's like you played this so early in your life, you can't even tell if it's good or not.
I had the PC ROM, and it just never installed properly on my computer, so I could never play it.
That sucks.
I will butt in and say that I actually did play The Hobbit on GameCube. I rented it from Blockbuster, and it was too fucking hard. So unfortunately, I, as a short king, cannot experience the game made for me.
Yeah, like it kept in a lot of like the more like whimsical elements, like the trolls pocketbook just talks to you, like, and no one ever brings it up, and it never is mentioned again. Teen Titans was a pretty good beat 'em up, starring the Teen Titans. There's also another game I had a lot of trouble finishing as a kid. Sleeping Dogs is another
the show. Sorry.
Sleeping Dogs is a game I finished last year. That was also just a lot of fun.
That's the game where you play as like a Hong Kong detective, right?
Yeah, who is going undercover.
Yeah. It had the TF2 crossover.
I was literally thinking the same fucking thing. I was like,
that's the only reason I know it exists.
That's the game with the TF2 item.
It's fun. It's another it wears its influences on its sleeve type game. And I have some issues with the story, but the game itself is fun.
Yeah, it's a very much one of those 360 era open world action games, but with a lot of environmental destruction and interactivity. Then Christian, I'm going to kill you. Then
I've never heard of that game, Graham.
And then Dwarf Fortress. It's one of the Dwarf Fortress is one of those like I really kind of wish I had put her on this bracket, but I have.
Dwarf Fortress for me is one of those games like EVE Online where I'm not going anywhere near it because I know that I will lose my life to it.
Yeah,
I've heard it steal the souls of many.
I watched No Clip's like documentary on his like creation and all that stuff, like why they released it, like the paid version and how it like changed the creators' lives. It's really great. It's just one of those games that like I just really want to like dive like fully into. And yeah, that's my honorable mentions.
Also, can I pipe in for a moment? I actually just fucking forgot because I was doing the fucking Hello Kitty meme for my honorable mentions. I actually did when I was younger get to play Christian. I'm going to kill you.
Oh really?
Oh, I actually,
that was gonna be a good fit. Fuck.
I haven't played it, but I did. It did release the same year as Randall's not going to make it onto the honor roll this year, which I do actually have a lot of experience with. And they actually are kind of like Pokemon Red and Blue brother sister type games. There's like a few differences. Like you don't make taco meat in Christian. I'm going to kill you.
Mother of God!
How much fucking shit I would get done if I was able to get through my bits without laughing. This sucks.
Christian, it was so funny that like you kept it together for so long until you put the title. And you just like exploded.
You can talk how I rented it from
funnier
Blockbuster.
the more you know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And I'm going to popcorn something. And wait, I'm getting a mental transmission of who I should popcorn. Hold. Is there a Taylor in the audience right now?
There's a Taylor.
Close enough.
Psychic does not pronounce names, apparently.
I imagine Graham, when you were doing that bit, I imagined you dressed like Johnny Carson when he's wearing like the turban and doing like the reading through the card thing.
By the way, I love that our tolerance for any like 5-second gag is now classified as a bit. Like Graham just does like one like, okay, I'm getting a reading. That's a bit now.
Yeah.
Well, we're in a recession. We need them on hard times.
Yeah, hey guys, I'm collecting bits for my local charity. Any bit will do.
Any bit will do.
It is the new currency after all.
All right. I probably did not list every single honorable mention that I would ever want to talk about, but I always go the longest anyway, so let's see what happens here. RuneScape is a MMO that I grew up with, kind of. I would play it in small bursts for periods of time, and then kind of forget about it because the grindiness of it could be a bit too much. The grindiness is bad. The quests, however, are marvelous. There is a great sense of humor. All the quests have diversity and, like, different mini games you could play. That was a really good time, and it always felt like I was just below the surface of what was possible in this game. I got my fill out of it after my first year of college, and then I kind of haven't looked back since. Loco Roco 2 is a very strange game that my friend from private school was playing on his PSP one day, and I'm like, this looks like a game for toddlers. And I don't remember what he said, but I like to imagine he said, it's not only a game for toddlers, it's a game for toddlers that's fun for adults.
It's a game made by toddlers.
Oh, that would be better. I could have said that. I should have said that. That was a better idea for the thing that I just made up. In Loco Roco 2, you are a blob, and whenever you collect fruit, you meld with another blob version of yourself, becoming a super blob. But sometimes you can strike yourself with a bolt of lightning to split up into smaller blobs to go down narrow passages, and then sometimes you sing gibberish. And the whole game is just built with the shoulder buttons, so you tilt the world and kind of roll around. It is way more fun than it sounds. It's from the Patapon devs, if you are curious.
Patapon. I think I knew that.
Yeah, but the music is very catchy. If you guys ever get a chance, look up the Moja theme from Loco Roco 2. It is jazzerific. WTF stands for Work Time Fun. And the premise of this game is that you play mini games to earn a lump sum of physical cash to spend on gacha machines to unlock more mini games. And that's the whole game. There's no ending. There's no storyline. You sometimes get scam emails from phishing scams and lose actual money that you generated through the game. One of the whole mini games is just putting caps on pens. That's the whole mini game. You just put the cap on the pen, earn 3 cents a pen, and sometimes you have to flip the pen over, so you can't just mash the button. And that actually has the highest payout. You can make hundreds of dollars that way, and then blow it all in slot machines. There are little tools you can get, like an instant ramen cooker, where a muscular man will tell you how his muscles are twitching. You can chop logs. Like they're really obscurely stupid mini games, but there is something so uniquely work time fun about work time fun that I don't feel like it is easily recreated in other games. Lisa, I miss you. We can work this out. I'm sorry about the hammock. I just wanted to get that out there because you are my everything. You are my ray of sunshine, and I'm just really sorry about how we left things. Dragon Quest Heroes Rocket Slime is a spin-off to Dragon Quest that I adore because it was my introduction to Dragon Quest, where you are the iconic slime and you go around collecting enemies and throwing them onto trains. And as
the
doing
slime from Cuphead. I remember him.
Yes.
What was the thing you do where you stick your head between the slimes, then you say like Gucci Gucci Goo or something?
That's called a puff puff.
Okay.
Yeah, that I remember that.
And it is not featured in the game because there are no humans in Dragon Quest Heroes Rocket Slime. There are only the Dragon Quest monsters. This is a universe where the humans don't exist. And instead, we have tank battles where you throw things into your tank and shoot them at other tanks. It's kind of like a Zelda clone with tank battles. It's really, really fun. And also your body's elastic and stretchy. And the last thing I want to mention, because if this was not such an RPG-phobic crowd, I probably would have put it on here. My new fascination these last couple of years, a year and a half, has been the Legend of Heroes Trails series, which is trying to tell the longest form story in any video game. So it's kind of trying to be Kingdom Hearts, but less stupid. I love Kingdom Hearts, I can say it. And it's...
I never played Kingdom Hearts, I can also say it.
It has... No, you can't. Trails has the best world building I have ever experienced in any video game ever. I am prepared to admit that because it never overwhelms the player with the information it wants to dole out, and yet doles out so much in the process that it really truly feels like a world you learned every little bit in detail about without ever feeling like you have to go into a library and read 50 passages to catch up, unless you play the games out of order. Don't do this. The side quests are phenomenal. The character work is really great, and just there are so many callbacks to characters from previous games when you play it further, and you're like, oh, God, it's the character from that game, and it gets me so excited.
Lord Shido.
Yeah. So this is just
missed this gag.
This is just me representing my favorite game in the franchise, which is Legend of Hero Trails in the Sky SC, which is the second part of the first arc, which I just think does a great job establishing.
What does SC stand for?
Second chapter.
Okay. I thought this was going to be like an exurd type thing where it's
I could have given you like a better answer. I could have said like "suck Chris," but that would have created more questions than an answer. No, not Christian. Chris.
Speak wisely, my friend.
Chris is his
This
street
Redfield.
name. Street name.
Hey, I'm Sucky Chris.
What a boring street name.
What are you talking about? There are like a billion Chris's. You just shit on every one of our Chris fans.
But it's not a street name. Like, isn't a street name like?
Well, clearly you have that
or
Sucky Chris.
Joe or something.
Dude, I'm telling Sucky Chris what you said about him.
Yeah, like I mean, I do like the idea of that everyone else is like these cool names, and it's like that's Chris.
Yeah, it's like
what did he do?
Here's Garugamesh. This is Din Din
Why was
Dan.
hold on? Why was Garugamesh the first cool name you thought of?
I was thinking the others that have names like Stabber.
Garugamesh.
Graham.
I am so
Graham.
glad we write out all of the bits for the yearlies beforehand.
Oh yeah, this is Stabby Mike. This is Garugamesh, and this is Chris.
Guys, I think we have a show on our hands.
I'm very sad that you guys eliminated Sucky Chris from the equation, and now he's just Chris.
Sucky Chris is a Metal Gear boss.
Yeah,
he's still known as Sucky Chris in some circles.
Hi-yo.
Wait, I don't get it.
Thank you,
McMahon.
That's for me.
Come to School Yearlies, where there will be more than one Johnny Carson show reference.
In any case, that was just my PSA for the Trails franchise. Play the Trails franchise. The Trails franchise is one of my new favorite franchises of all time. I'm done.
Okay. And I don't have any honorable mentions. At least not that I can think of.
Blue's Clues Treasure Hunt is a phenomenal.
Yes, Blue's Clues Treasure Hunt. The Bear in the Big Blue House video game.
Sorry.
The one where you do the little mini games, and one of them I think is doing a whole maze.
That was at my daycare, actually.
To try and find different cheeses. Yeah.
Holy fuck! I've actually played this game. I only played the maze one. I only remember that, but I've actually played this.
Bear in the Big Blue House Maze Madness.
It makes sense. I fucking love Bear in the Big Blue House.
It's a great show. I don't know, like that's all the ones that are coming to mind at the moment. So we might as well get on with the bracket. So we have
Thank you.
Round one. Round one. We're going to start out with and then by the way, when I say the names of these games, I'm also going to say what decade they're from, just to prioritize.
Nice.
If you remember
from anywhere. Oh no, I wrote them all down.
Isn't it crazy that years matter the least in this yearlies?
Yeah, it's the lies. Welcome to the lies.
The lies we tell ourselves.
Lisa is my wife.
Sonic Adventure.
With a tangled web we weave.
These are the games that are fighting each other to get onto Noah's Ark.
The rains are coming. The rains are coming.
Sucky Chris is my dad.
Keep hammering, boy. We've only got 40 cubits left. Round one. We have Kingsway, which is like the name of a video game and not like a convenience store in the regional Philadelphia area.
Oh, just
it's a Clanky pick.
Can you confirm this?
From the 2010s and Final Fantasy 14, or as it is also known in some territories, Final Fantasy Shiv, which is a Taylor pick from the 2010s. Who would like to go first?
Clanky spoke up. I know he wants to go first. I heard that. That was the I want to go first voice. So go ahead, Clanky.
My iconic I want to go first voice.
Oh, dude, every yearlies, my favorite part of any yearlies is the classic Clanky wants to go first voice.
And just for the audience, what does that voice sound like?
I want to go first, if that's all right.
That's good. That's
dude,
a good
we met quota.
That's a really good bit.
We're all set. We're collecting bits for charity.
Thank you. I'll be here all week.
I call cramps.
Can I start by saying
something? Actually, hold on. I have something to say.
Wait, Taylor,
there's something wrong with this. Do you want to fix it?
Huh?
Who are you talking to?
Taylor, there's something wrong with this. Do you want to fix it?
I know where he's going with this.
Something wrong with this. Do you want to fix it?
You can go into the acid.
What does he mean by this?
I'll give you a hint, Taylor. This game
were you not there during the fucking...
I'll give you a hint, Taylor. This game doesn't exist.
XIV is the Roman numeral for 14, right?
Yes.
Can I say, because I think I know where you're going
No,
with this.
no. Let him
we have to let him
out.
figure it out or he'll never learn.
It's May 23rd. I'm doing the Yearlies last call. It's time to pitch Final Fantasy XIV. Graham's only clue is you're missing something.
I gave another clue, too.
Okay, well, if we find 3, we can figure out Blue's clues. I'm going to feel really stupid, but I can't figure it out.
Can I go?
Yeah, Mick, go.
So, if there's one thing I gotta respect about Final Fantasy XIV, is that when they realized the game sucked, they just deleted it and in-universe...
Okay. So you, all right, so you guys are okay, so you're holding me back for not saying A Realm Reborn?
Yes.
I figured that's probably what was going on.
Okay, I mean, sure. If you want to go down that rabbit hole, we can. Final Fantasy XIV is a piece of trash game and no one should play it. So much to the point that they fucking had the in-game character Bahamut destroy the entire universe and shut down all of the servers so nobody could ever play it again.
This is the thing that I love about this. I have no interest in Final Fantasy XIV, but I gotta respect...
I know, I was going to go tell you to get a snack.
But the thing I gotta respect about Final Fantasy XIV is that when they were like, oh yeah, this game sucks, they created a whole fucking in-game cutscene that if you were in the servers at the time, you got to watch the game get destroyed in real time in-universe.
It's actually one of my favorite things about like any MMO is that they went through and did something like that.
And they, of course, build that into the new story lore. Mm-hmm. And I should say, the reason that I did not add the specifics is because when I'm referring to Final Fantasy XIV, I'm referring to all of Final Fantasy XIV, every expansion included, because it is ultimately one video game. I mean, I guess the expansion rule is a bit weird, but that's how I'm doing it. So let's get into this. Let's actually start the pitch.
Yeah, we didn't realize we didn't even start yet.
Nick, go grab us.
My audio now, by the way.
Oh,
good. Let's do Kingsway.
Oh my god!
Wait, Clanky, say a full sentence.
Should I pitch or should we go back to Clanky?
It would be really funny if we went back to Kingsway.
It'd be funny. It'd be really funny.
So Kingsway is not okay. No, I'm kidding.
No, please.
No, it's okay. No. I insist.
No, because that was the pitch for Final Fantasy XIV base game. I haven't given the pitch for Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn yet.
Wait a minute. There's arcs to this pitch.
And they remade a new game also called Final Fantasy XIV and was like, all right, here you go.
That's really good. That's so funny.
If you were in the servers when they deleted the game from existence, you got to watch a cutscene of the game getting deleted from existence.
I think it's like the first cutscene they play when you start up A Realm Reborn.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you guys ready to start the round?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I think I'm good.
All right. For real this time, go.
Wait, so who's going?
Final Fantasy XIV, you go.
We're a well-oiled machine, we are.
How many times have we done this?
Why don't we just skip this round and go right to Billy Hatcher and Kirby's Return to the
I think Round 1 was built on an ancient Indian burial ground because it's fucking cursed.
You son of a bitch! You left the bodies, but you only moved the headstones. Why?
You didn't move the bodies. Sorry.
At the end of this game, the Kingsway versus Final Fantasy XIV is gonna implode, collapse it on itself.
And then they're gonna start a third game with the melding of both of the ideas. Final Fantasy
And the
Kingsway.
kid who played the daughter is gonna die tragically. Yeah.
The Yearlies, A Call Reborn. Anyway, yes, one of you should talk about your game.
Okay, we ready?
Okay. For real this time.
Okay.
Someone please, when I say go, talk about a video game.
Okay.
Go.
Taylor,
Sorry, I didn't know which one of us was. We didn't establish who was going. So
Kingsway is first on the list. Kingsway goes first. All. Clanky, you talk.
Okay. All right. Okay. So.
All right. So should I go?
No. Kingsway. I'm just gonna do. All right. Here we go. Kingsway is. Jesus Christ.
Peggy, you're stuttering. Do you want me to go instead?
No, it's okay. Fucking commit suicide.
I'm there with you.
Clanky,
is a rogue-like RPG software-like game. The reason I say it's a software-like game is because the whole game is meant to mimic like an old OS for a PC, like, you know, Windows 95 or something. The idea is that you are traveling from one side of the kingdom to the other, and you have to, along the way, do a multitude of things depending on the ending you're going for, because this game has multiple endings, as like roguelikes do. But the general gist is you want to light the 3 beacons. You want to go to the king. He will teleport you to like the nether world or wherever that is slowly taking over the main world. And your goal is to obviously like defeat the king of that world and, you know, save the lands and all that. But the thing that makes this game so unique is the fact that, like I said, it's kind of a software-esque game where you're doing all of this by navigating windows and menus and pop-ups and things like that. Like, for example, when you're fighting enemies, you typically want to like either attack or block depending on how much their like loading bar, which, you know, when it fully loads, it'll either do an attack or an action of some kind. You want to base your loading time. Well, sorry, hold on, let me rephrase that. You want to
You want me to pitch Final Fantasy 14 while you figure this out?
No. It's all good. It's all good. Sorry, I'm just kind of like losing my train of thought. That's on me. I do this sometimes. Anyway, So, the idea is that the difficulty of this game really comes from the fact that you're trying to navigate these menus and these pop-ups. Sometimes when enemies attack you, they will have like a pop-up show up, and you have to click avoid to make sure that you don't take damage from it. Sometimes the enemies will minimize themselves, so that way you can't really like attack them easily. So you have to like go to the bottom like taskbar and then open them back up. Your quests are all listed as like emails that you receive. The map is like this one big window where you can click and navigate where you want to go, and then everything else is pretty much a new pop-up or a new window. So it's really the fact that this game is so unique in its presentation that makes it so good. I can very well see somebody not getting into this game the way I'm into this game, because when I'm trying to describe it to you, it feels very clunky, but I promise you when you witness this game in action, it really all clicks and it all makes sense. So this game is great. It's one of my favorite roguelikes. I really like roguelikes, and I think that this one really does the genre justice. And it's incredible that a game that's so generic fantasy manages to stand out so much because of its presentation, because of the fact that you're not like, the entire presentation isn't like this mystical, you know, like crystals and like trees and shit like that. Instead, it's just like, it literally looks like a Windows 95 like setup, like OS. And it's just really great. If you haven't played this game, if you haven't seen anybody play this game, I strongly recommend you give it a try, because it's not that hard. It's pretty short to get at least like one of the endings, but if you want to get all 5, like, you really have to sink some time into it, which is what I really like in a roguelike, you know?
It's like the roguelike made for the guy who watches 3 different videos on 3 different monitors at the same time.
So it's like literally perfect for me, is what you're saying.
I believe I watched you play it on stream once.
I did stream this game, yeah. And it's funny because, like, to refresh my memory on the game, I, like, booted it up, and I saw, like, my stream character, and I'm like, I'm never opening this again, so let me just see what I was doing. And then I got sucked in and almost beat the game with him.
So my pitch has crystals and trees and some shit.
Yeah, yours is the generic fantasy boring. Boo! Anyway, I hate MMOs, so this is going to be so interesting.
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, sure, it's my favorite thing on here, but that's okay. Mick's here, and he's going to go have a nice little bite to eat, and you've just basically secured the fact that unless Graham and Christian want to actually vote for the thing they played, I'm screwed. But why would that happen? Anyways, the amount of fiction...
Very positive Yearlies so far.
The amount of fiction... Sorry, I was waiting for another interruption so I could say the amount of fiction a third time.
I mean, there is a lot of fiction in the world.
Pleasure motors. Okay, the amount of fiction that can tell their stories across multiple years and arcs and actually succeed are very few. We have the MCU, we have the previously established Trails franchise. This is one of those few video games that actually contain the amazing setup and payoff over the course of many years that you get from something like Final Fantasy XIV. This is some of the best storytelling in any video game, and arguably the best Final Fantasy story in general, which is not a passive statement, because Final Fantasy stories are generally great. The characters are great. The villain from one of the expansions is one of the most entertaining villains of all time, and I just want Graham to fucking sink the 300 hours necessary to meet them. And there are so many emotionally satisfying moments. Basically, this is a giant collection of setup and payoff the video game that you will get so much out of if you sink the time in. But the story is only part of the battle. Yes, you're right, Clanky, this is an MMO. But here's the thing, not really. Because you can actually play the entire game alone. It's like, yes, you are playing a video game with real people, and you will probably do the side quests with real people. But all of the content in the game is optimized in such a way that if you want to play with NPCs, you can. It is a game that will allow you to put as much social interaction in it, or if you don't want to do any, you don't. You don't even have to talk to people. People don't talk to people in this game. They kind of just say, sup, GG, and then sometimes they do the Hildebrand dance. And that's my favorite emote.
I do hear of the Final Fantasy players that go to strip clubs, though, so I guess there's camps for
Yes, there's
people.
a lot of role-playing in some of the servers. If you go to a certain server, everyone is naked, and they just kind of strip. Like, there are girl-esque bars that you can go to in... Like, the role players of this game take it very seriously. So... just keep that up, but this is the real point I want to make about this MMO. This is an MMO that truly respects your time as a player. Grinding is almost non-existent. If your goal is to just plow through the main story, each of the expansions being the equivalent length of like a feature-length JRPG, 40 to 60 hours, you may do so. And you only have to grind like maybe 1 or 2 extra dungeons, which you may not even have to do, because every day you have an opportunity to boost your XP through the first dungeons you do for the day. Am I with you so far? Probably not. That's okay. I'm doing this for me. And I just think that's great from the perspective that, like, you could finish any expansion in the length of one RPG. So realistically, you could catch up to the game in 300 hours. I know how that sounds. But
so
that's
right, though.
really impressive. The game is based around a job system and active time battles that like happen in real time. So like an MMO, World of Warcraft, Xenoblade. But it's really good here. Each of the classes is broken into 3 types: DPS, healer, and tank. And each of like the 20-something jobs feel tremendously different from each other. The Dragoon is a close-range jumping fighter, whereas you could play as the dancer, and the whole game becomes a rhythm game. Or you could play as the Astromancer, which is like a healer but Yu-Gi-Oh! It's like just playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm going to say Yu-Gi-Oh! So Graham can hear me a third time. Am I losing anyone? No, definitely not. This is the best pitch ever. Anyways, the longer you play the game, the better it is. The music in this game slaps so fucking hard for the boss fights, which the longer you play become some of the best boss fights in any video game, because the spectacle and pattern recognition and the fact that you're playing with a bunch of other people or fake people, because you can play this game in single player. I'm not going to backpedal on that, Graham. I don't know why I said Graham. Graham's probably the only person who would vote for this. What it ultimately comes down to is the longer you play the game, the better it gets. You can get alienated if you don't play for a while, but you can buy your way through expansions if you feel like you want to. Don't do this. There are a billion amazing mini games. They just threw a real-time strategy game into this, a collectible card game into this. You can just fucking
Fall
play.
Guys in it.
Fall Guys is here. You can just fucking play Mahjong, and it has the best cosmetic features in any video game ever, period. The amount of people who devote their entire lives to making their character look as sexy as possible is a full-time job in this game. And I'm really just scratching the surface. The more you give to this game, the more it rewards you, both narratively and gameplay. So if you are interested in a good story or great boss fights, and you're not Mick, who is actually counting the time because he wants this pitch to be over,
And
which
you
he's
have
never done
300
before.
hours to kill.
Then give Final
not even a
Fantasy
Pokemon game or
14 a
anything.
shot. I promise you, it respects its time. Also, it has one of my favorite side quests in any video game. Lisa, I know you took the kids, but like, I was just thinking that maybe I could take them out to a barbecue this weekend. I could grill them some taco meat on the grill. Mick, if you count that timer one more time, I will strangle you.
Why would you put taco meat on the grill? It just falls through the grill. That's disgusting.
Well, that's probably why Lisa left me.
She's no Jose Carioca.
Bits for sale. Get your bits here. Call back bits. Call back bits. For you,
Shall
sir.
we
A
go
good
to
call
the
back.
vote? All right. So we're going to be starting. We're just going to go down the list. So Mick's going to start. We're going to go Mick, Christian, Clanky, Taylor, Graham on these two games, starting with Mick.
Kingsway.
Why would you?
You know, I'm
betray
not
yourself?
shocked.
Just tell him to kill
Christian.
himself.
No. How did you get
okay.
that?
He said, "Why
from
would
what
you betray yourself?"
Oh, I heard it. I heard blank yourself, and I was like, "Huh? What the fuck?"
Commit Persona 3.
Jeez.
You have a
Wow,
different way of
imaginary
processing
strawman Taylor I
information.
made up. You're really mean. But I know. But what you call
Kill
it?
your parents, Christian.
Imaginary strawman Taylor, stop doing this to me.
Kill your
But
parents.
yeah, I've played Final
Okay,
Fantasy.
roast Final Fantasy 14.
14.
Do it. Just do it. I already
I
know
think-
that you're voting for Kingsway.
I've played Final Fantasy 14, and while I like to consider myself as the type of person who has a lot of patience, I played this game for about 25 hours, and very unfortunately, I did not have the strength, the resolve to continue past the really
That's
rough
better
side
at
quests.
hour 100.
It does probably get better at the 100th hour. And
That's the
also,
thing.
mind
I'm
you,
saying that as a joke, but everyone agrees that if you just play the game for 100 measly little hours, it's
but that's the
so
thing.
good.
You're
It's too much of an
probably
ask.
so right. By the way, that 25 hours, I was being carried by friends the entire way on vehicles, and I still wasn't even like
So
halfway
what do
through
you
a
have
run
to
reward.
complain about, you coward?
Because it's just, it's the, what is it? I didn't make it to the 100 hours. The side quest at the beginning of the game is rough. That's what I'm trying to say. The beginning of the game is very rough, and I feel like if I gave it the full proper time, I could get a lot out of Final Fantasy 14, but that time is not now, so I'll be
I
giving it
am
to
very
King's Quest.
confident that if Mick put the 100 hours in, he would find a story that even he couldn't scoff at.
No. You underestimated how high my scoff threshold is.
His scoff.
Did I underestimate your scoff?
Yeah.
So I'm voting for Kingsway.
All right.
Yeah.
And I love votes where you don't even know enough about the other game. You're just spitefully voting
I
against
watched
the thing
Clanky
that you
stream
did.
this game. It looks really fun.
All right, whatever. I already knew. Listen,
Yeah, I
already
played
knew it
neither
was
of these
gonna
games, but I have watched friends stream them. So, you know.
I watched
I'm your
friends
friend.
Stream them.
I've not watched you stream it. I'm talking about a different friend.
All right, Clanky.
I'll give you this, Taylor. You at least made Final Fantasy 14 sound more appealing than I thought it was. But I really
no,
love
stop there.
Kingsway.
Stop there. That's the win. Just vote for
So-
Kingsway.
I literally just said so. I'm voting for Kingsway.
Okay. Sorry. I very
Taylor.
much expect the shoe to drop in these, so I'm getting overly defensive about a game that I already signed up to lose.
Trust me,
There was
I've been
no-
there.
There was no out. I already knew. That's why I didn't put 2 RPGs on here. I'm like, just let one game disappoint me tonight. And that game is Final Fantasy
my
14.
MMO is going to die probably as well. So,
Oh,
you
that's
know.
right. Oh, technically you have an MMO on here.
And it's even
Oh,
more
yeah.
alienating than yours.
Yeah,
Oh,
but you know
man.
what? Clanky's going to vote for it.
I honestly
see.
might.
We'll get
I
there.
honestly might.
He doesn't even know what game it is, but he's going to vote for it.
I know you're talking about Sea of Thieves.
I'm not.
He's not. He's not.
What? Okay. That's insane then.
I
Never
technically have
mind.
2 MMOs then.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All right, Taylor. I assume you voted for Final Fantasy 14.
I did.
And Graham.
Kingsway.
You're an asshole.
I tried
Dude.
Final Fantasy 14.
You're a jerk.
You know, when
You
my-
couldn't even held my hand and died with me.
When my wild cards get shellacked now, I just let it happen.
Yeah,
you know?
but your wild
Like,
card is a baseball. All right, I'm sorry. I'm being
Can you play baseball in Final Fantasy?
Probably.
Oh, okay.
Not a definitive answer. That means it's a lie.
Well, have I got a lie for you?
And on first base, Sephiroth. Ooh, I want to see what he's doing to the pitcher, Aerith.
we got back.
Grant, this is completely off topic.
Oh, he's gonna blow up.
This is completely off topic, but Graham, one of my favorite Yearlies bits ever is the one where you do Raymond Burr. And over here, Sephiroth is burning down Niflheim.
Sorry, Graham, you just put. It's like, what? Why did you draft Sephiroth? He gets on base.
By the way, Clanky, you are so lucky that Kingsway didn't get delisted and people can still buy and play it.
Yeah, because like it's made by Adult Swim Games and like they're donezo.
Yeah. Round 2. It is Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg. That sounds very much like it should be a Taylor game, and it is.
It does not sound like it should be a Taylor game. I resent that statement.
This has Taylor written all over it.
It
this
does.
Is totally Kristen or Mick.
Taylor last name and the Giant Egg.
It's from the 2000s as well. And it goes up against Kirby's Return to Dreamland, a game from the 2010s. Now, you would think... Anyway, Taylor, Christian, you two figure out who's going first.
I want to go first because I haven't talked enough yet.
Yes, take it away with your giant egg. Taylor, did you lay this egg?
All right, you don't know shit about this egg, Christian. Let me tell you something about this egg. Are you ready to talk about this egg? Because this is the best egg-based video game of all time.
Words.
Let me paint you a picture. Within the first 4 minutes of this game, you are isekai'd to the land of chickens, hear the voice of God, don a magical chicken suit, and use giant eggs to bash crows that are disguised as cats with big teeth.
I've had that dream.
Taylor, stop. I can only get so erect.
That's not even touching the fact that almost every egg can be hatched to unleash the creature lurking inside. Some of them are power-ups. Most are basically Pokemon. But if you collect enough things, you can somehow even hatch Sonic the Hedgehog out of an egg. Or, if you prefer, and Graham, I don't know why you would find this information delightful, but you can also break any egg you find, essentially killing whatever's inside. So theoretically, this is the only canonical video game where you can kill Sonic the Hedgehog.
The lore implications of this are insane.
And just so you know, it's the Sonic Adventure sprite. It's the Sonic Adventure model, so again, I don't know why you would find that information fascinating, but I'm moving on. We don't have time for Sonic and my Billy Hatcher review. The egg controls in this game feel really good. Basically, you roll around collecting fruit, almost like Katamari Damacy, where the more fruit you collect, the bigger your egg gets. And the bigger your egg gets, the stronger it is, and so it crushes enemies in like a hit or two, and it feels really nice, because rolling around as the egg feels really good, because you have such amazing acrobatics. You can dash with your egg. You can body slam with your egg. Or you can do a really fun series of chain egg-based bounces, where the egg somehow does not crack under the pressure each time you bash it on the ground. Some people will tell you that this game is not fun without an egg, and that's because you're not supposed to play the game without an egg. If you do not have an egg, you are playing the game wrong. The formula of this game is basically like a Super Mario 64, Mario Galaxy, Mario Sunshine-esque game, where there are 7 worlds with 8 missions each, and they all feel like like this is a star collecting mission. You're collecting emblems of courage, and so all the levels feel uniquely creative with both their level design and their mission variety. First, you'll hatch a golden egg so you can unleash the magical chicken inside to make nighttime daytime. Then you'll defeat the giant boss.
Releasing the magical chicken inside. By Tony Robbins.
Then you will defeat the giant boss with teeth. And in every world, there is this con artist, carnival game-inspired chicken who is issuing you these mini-games that he believes to be impossible. But because you have egg powers, you can clear all of his missions. And over the course of the game, he will become wildly depressed because you keep beating his games, to the point that by the final world, just doesn't care anymore. He's like, oh, great, you beat me and you out-conned the con artist. I don't give a shit. I miss my wife, Lisa.
How does the chicken not anticipate egg powers?
You also can unlock a couple of new characters as you play, which feels refreshing. Other than Billy, you can play as Bantam, Raleigh, and Chick. There are a handful of missions that can be a little frustrating. A lot of people will tell you that the egg physics in this game are not perfect, but I think they are a bit exaggerated. Sometimes your egg will get stuck on a ledge, but you can just wait for a new egg. You are not beholden to one egg. You are polyagamous.
Yeah.
That's hard to hear.
This is all to say that this is a 3D platformer with amazing game feel, diverse locations, really like uniquely designed locations too. We got Ice Castle, we got Dinosaur, Prehistoric. Okay, that one, forget about that one. Shut up, Mick. And then we have a okay, maybe these maybe I'm not doing a good job of pitching. The locations are really good, and the surprisingly great music complements all of it. All this is to say, this game has all the eggs to make or break that you could ask for.
Look, I'm gonna say, as the #1 biggest Glover fan here, a game where you have to play as a guy rolling a giant spherical sting around.
Oh, dude, this is Glover was great.
Well, now the immense kinship that I felt with you has now been eroded. Thanks, Taylor. Now I fucking hate this game.
I'm sorry.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that. I'll pretend.
Okay. No, that was Evil Taylor.
Yeah, he sneaks in every now and then.
That was the Taylor that lives in your head.
No, it's imaginary strawman Taylor.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Homonym Taylor.
Imaginary strongman Taylor did a really good culture shock set.
Harvest your organs, Christian.
Oh, truly.
So did they.
Oh man. So Kirby's Return to Dreamland.
So Kirby.
Yeah, truly. We haven't talked about Kirby enough here at the Yearlies. I do recall that
really
this will in fact be the first time we talk about Kirby. Kirby's Return to Dreamland started off as a prototype for a GameCube Kirby platformer with a trailer that was released in 2005, and this trailer's burned into my mind because I watched it 8 million billion times as a kid, and I was like, oh, I'm so excited for the GameCube Kirby game! And then it never came out. 6 years later, this game's revealed for the Wii, and this is the first 2.5D Kirby game. No, let me reword that. That sounds very not impressive. This is the first Kirby game on a console since the N64. And this is the Kirby game that turned the franchise into the sort of renaissance that it would end up going down. Now, the thing is, when I start describing this, unfortunately, the consequences of the Yearlies will creep up on me, because a lot of what I can describe here is that this game is really good for the same reasons that Planet Robobot and the other 3DS games are really good. Don't worry,
That's in my notes, actually.
I'll get to the specific reason why I nominated this and why I felt it was worth mentioning anyways. But to start off, yes, this is very similar to the 3DS games and Robobot that I talked about, and in some ways Superstar Ultra. There's very incredibly satisfying 2.5D environments that you get to walk around and pick up a million different copy abilities. You get to whip a bunch of Waddle Dees in the ass and wave around on some watery waves. There's a fucking staff and you spin around like a helicopter. What's up?
What?
Yeah, whatever he said. I didn't get to hear it, but I'm sure it was correct. And just a ton of different copy abilities at your disposal, and you get to do it all on the Wii. Which is great, because you get to shake the Wiimote, I think. I actually don't remember if some of these copy abilities have motion control capability. Similarly to other Kirby games that would come after, there is a lot of incredible boss fights in this game. Cavalcades of optional mini-games where you're given a copy ability and you have to traverse this little environment and pick up points. The game looks amazing for a Wii game. It's a little bit of a later Wii game, and it really takes advantage of the simplistic graphics to just polish all of the smooth edges, and it just looks beautiful. All of the levels have super varied themes. Like Nutty Noon is my favorite because it's a giant mountain, and each level you go up Nutty Noon, it gets a little bit darker and higher as you go up the mountain until it's like this wonderful nighttime castle. It's Peak. I love it. Peak literally chosen for the exact fun reason that you're thinking of. And also the music in this game is phenomenal, amazing. Some of the songs at the end of the game are some of the best songs in the franchise and in games in general. It's awesome. This game does also introduce a good bit of new things to the formula of Kirby here. I mean, this is the game in the franchise that introduced the busted power fantasy move with the super abilities. Basically every Kirby game from this point onwards has this one, like, gimmick, like mouthful mode or the Robobot armor or Hypernova, where you basically just at the end of a level, you pick up an overpowered weapon and you destroy everything in one hit. It's fantastic. I love the giant sword that you can swing and it kills everything in one hit, and the giant beam that you move around and kills everything in one hit, and the fire dragons that you send across the stage and it kills everything in one hit. Not the most nuanced of the power-ups that the games would end up seeing. This game also has a pretty solid story, like an actual on-the-surface story, because most Kirby games have incredible lore, but they're locked behind little details and pause screen descriptions. This game actually has a really cute story in it. Magalore, who sets the game in motion by asking you to rebuild his ship, is one of those like instant classic characters. I can see why he would open up his own theme park in the Switch re-release of this game. Well, not re-release, deluxe edition rather. It's a fucking remake. This game also introduced the collectible system where every single level has these gears that you can pick up throughout the level, and this is an awesome way of doing collectibles because it introduces, yes, talk about the gears, and then I have one big thing I'd like to say.
Because this is everything to me. This gear system is what made Kirby go from an adequate franchise to like an amazing franchise, because all of a sudden, you're not just coasting through levels, you're actually combing levels, you're actually using the copy abilities to solve the environmental puzzles in your way, because it's not just like, oh, find the obscure switch that unlocks the one crane game minigame. Now it's like, no, now there are stakes. Now I need to collect all of these arbitrary things. And I don't know how to explain it, but just the way these games from this point forward hide their three main collectible in a level is, I would dare say, perfect.
Medium rare, baby. It's got stakes. Though, here's the thing. Everything I just listed is great and all, and if we didn't talk about these Kirby games in a bunch of different yearlies, this would probably sound way more impressive. So why did I bother with Kirby's Return to Dreamland as my last attempt to get this franchise onto the final bracket in a way that's fair and reasonable? Well, this game has one thing that no other Kirby game ever did right ever again. This game's got co-op. It has 4-player co-op for a Wii game, which is kind of tuned to the platforming co-op genre. Games like New Super Mario Bros. Wii fail at the co-op so supremely because it's such a nightmare clusterfuck jumping over people's heads and accidentally knocking people into obstacles. It is perhaps the easiest way to get legitimately furious at everyone who's in the room with you. This game is not like that. You can play, it's 4-player co-op with Kirby, King Dedede, Meta Knight, and Bandanity, or 4 Kirbys if you're really so inclined. And you can't bump into each other, you can't fucking accidentally knock each other in the pits or block each other's view. Everyone can hop through each other. It makes the level so much more navigating to traverse, and you can even hop on people's backs and ride around on a giant totem. This game in co-op is the reason why you play this game. It's great in single player, but co-op for this is one of the most relaxing, dare I say, one of the best co-op experiences in a 2D platformer I think I've ever had. It's, what would you say? A lot of the gear system is super duper improved by having co-op partners to help you out through some of the puzzles and pick up multiple copy abilities, and everyone sort of blends into the character they play as. The guy who plays as Meta Knight always plays super serious, and then King Dedede's always played by the fucking class clown of the group. It's great. And then there's a lot of moments in the game where they do actually introduce these little funny co-op situations. There's this fucking shoe item that you see halfway through the game where you have to hop on enemies with a shoe to get a power-up at the end. But the thing about this shoe is that if you jump off a cliff, you can't jump again, so you die instantly. So what ends up happening is one player gets the shoe, they jump off the cliff and die. Then the next player gets the shoe, they hit one enemy and then miss the next enemy and die. Then the next person gets the shoe and they jump before the enemies respawn, so they die. And then the next person gets the shoe, and then this goes on for a little while. And then there's also the gears with the collectibles in the game. The thing about the gears is while you're all working together to get the gears themselves, whoever picks up the gears, only that player is included in the getting gear animation, so everyone will literally skid each other alive to get the gears so that they can be in the animation. And it is fantastic co-op gameplay design. I'm realizing I'm going a little long here, so I'm gonna cut it off there, but this is... I hope that justified me mentioning it.
Okay.
But does it have eggs?
I think it does, actually.
Why male models?
I think Mr. Duder...
He shreds, you say.
I think Mr. Duder juggles eggs in his boss fight.
You used a less than definitive term.
Which means it's a lie.
Do we want to go to the vote?
I don't know. Let's ask him. Do we?
Nah.
We're starting with.
Thanks, Dewey.
We're starting with Mick.
I'm voting. Come back to me.
Damn it!
Okay.
Fuck. Mick
Christian.
really hated it. No. I'm voting for Kirby's Return to Dreamland, baby.
Yes. Clanky.
I have two memories with Kirby's Return to Dreamland, right? One of them was when me and Christian stayed up until like 3 a.m. at his house, and we almost beat the game in a night. Do you remember this?
Oh, yes. And in fact, that's part of the reason why I consider this co-op so fun, because we were able to just shut our brains off and like just literally chat for like 5 hours while playing this really relaxing platformer. It's nice.
Yeah. And then the other one was when Christian was trying to convince me, him, and our friend Brendan to play this game. And Brendan screamed at the top of his lungs, "Christian, I don't want to play Nubby's Return to Nub Nub."
Who's Nubby?
Nubby is Kirby, I suppose. But whenever I think of this game, that's what I think of in my head. Those two moments.
I fucking forgot about that.
I know that's not going to be the reason that you don't vote for it, but it would be so great if you told that story and then voted for Billy.
But like, listen, here's the thing, right? Kirby's Return to Dreamland, Christian, I'm sorry. Kirby's Return to Dreamland is just like a good platformer. It doesn't do anything spectacular, but you'd be hard pressed to call it bad, in my opinion, right? Where Billy Hatcher is either so unique that it's amazing or so unique that it's shit. And I wouldn't know unless I played it.
Please gamble on shit. This is please.
Please gamble on shit.
So I have to gamble with myself if I think that Billy Hatcher is going to be amazing or not. So here's what I'll do. I'll give it to Billy Hatcher now. But if it betrays me in the future, it won't know no peace.
So this is a pending vote, pretty much.
It's Billy Hatcher for now.
Did you just sign a blood pact with Billy Hatcher?
I did.
But
at least it's not over Dynamite Heady.
If I play Billy Hatcher and it's not good, I don't know what I'm gonna do. But we're gonna have to go back and find or something.
Oh dear.
You'll have the eggs.
All right. That means Taylor. Well,
so my original plan was to come out, be very vocally angry at Christian, and say, "Christian, listen to me, you motherfucker. Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg is the greatest egg-based game ever," and then vote for Kirby's Return to Dreamland. Because like up until a little while ago, I wasn't actually sure which one I liked more. But I realized as I was writing my notes, kind of similarly to what Clanky said, at the time, Return to Dreamland was my favorite Kirby game. And then I continued to play Kirby games, and like maybe Return to Dreamland is my favorite 2D, but then Forgotten City happened, and Forgotten City is
Forgotten City?
I'm sorry.
Excuse me, 8
Forgotten
billion years in the
Land,
barrel crabs.
Forgotten Land is so much more uniquely its own concept that when I sit here and I'm like, what are my Kirby Return to Dreamland memories? I can't give you anything other than those gears. I like Kirby's Return to Dreamland because it has gears. And while that's going to win it a lot of votes over a lot of other things, the memories I have with Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg are just too big to let it go now. So I got to vote for Billy.
All the best games involve getting gears. This is ridiculous.
Graham.
Kirby's Return to Dreamland.
Okay. You know what? This is a win-win for me, and I'll tell you why. Because if he voted for Billy Hatcher, it would be to kill Sonic. And if he didn't vote for Billy Hatcher, it's because he loves Sonic.
Well, to be honest, isn't Billy Hatcher made by Sonic Team, and isn't that the reason why Graham's not voting for it?
Yes, but he doesn't have to tell us that.
No, I am. That's why I'm not voting for it.
Woof.
Ba. That
is some good Jint egg.
I'm going to give it to the game I've actually played, Kirby's Return to Dreamland.
All
right, round 3. It is Alpha Protocol, which is a Graham pick from the, I want to say it's a 1992 game. Oh, maybe that's because Graham nominated a 2010 game in 1992 for some reason.
Skip his pitch.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
He gave his pitch. It was in the Yearlies.
Yeah, we're not pitching
I
twice.
want to hear that pitch again.
No. No more.
Go back and watch one of the '90s ones, and
Yeah.
and it goes up against
of Graham's pitch from that game here.
Can you
It's-
cut
yeah.
in Yeah, I was gonna say exactly that.
Yeah,
But then
and it goes
you
up
all
against a
remember
game
the
that hasn't been pitched on a Yearlies yet. The Outer Wilds, a 2010s game submitted by Mick. Who would like to go first? Well, I mean, one of them already pitched this, so
Yeah. So Mick's gonna go.
You know how sometimes you go into a game completely blind? I went into this game really blind because I didn't even know its major selling feature. This is a game that I would really like to avoid spoiling. So, if anyone here would like to let me know, what is your tolerance for spoilers?
I don't care.
Are you spoiling I'm sorry, I know it's Outer Wilds, but are you spoiling like major end game stuff? Because I have been interested in this game.
Okay, I won't do that, but like, here's the thing. There is something that is on the Steam page for this game as a selling point. I didn't know that going in, and I feel like it significantly improved my experience.
Oh, well then I definitely don't want to know that if it significantly improved the experience.
So this is going to be a very odd pitch because I will have almost nothing to say, but I'll do my best. So, The Outer Wilds is one of the best puzzle games I have ever played. And I say this because I got through the whole game, not including the DLC, without once having to look anything up. And the reason for this is that number one, the puzzles are so well designed. And two, the game is structured in such a way that if you are stuck on one thing, you can go and try a totally different thing, and eventually it'll probably click for you. The premise of Outer Wilds is you are exploring a solar system in a spaceship, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Sorry,
You have
am I the only person that cares?
No, I do too.
Okay, I was about to say, if I was the only person, I would be like, okay, Mick, you can talk about it then. I don't want to hold back your pitch, but...
No. Like, this is the thing. It's hard to figure out what to talk about with this game. So, you have a ship, and you get to explore this solar system. And it is significantly smaller than a real solar system, but it has somewhat real physics to it. The game is almost all... How do I want to put this? There's very little in the way of, like game mechanics stuff. It's almost kind of immersive sim in a way. Where, like, you don't have, like... press this button to land. Like, you actually have to physically land the ship. But again, like, the main draw of the game is, I think, this overarching puzzle mystery that you just have to go through and repeatedly solve. All the planets have their own unique gimmicks and feelings. Or when I say feelings, I mean, like, vibes. And it is one of the most beautiful games I have ever played. It is in my top 5, possibly my top 3 games of all time. It's that good, and I really want to stand by this game and say, I'm not telling you anything about it, but please trust me on this. It is a masterpiece. I think at least some of you might cry at the ending.
Wow.
Yeah, I probably would if it's that good.
I'll cry at the beginning, dude.
I'll beat you to
I'm
it.
crying now.
Such a good title, dude.
If you'll let me, I think I could say a couple of things without alluding to the thing. And if anyone is nervous that I will step on it, maybe they could mute, and then Mick can tell them afterwards if I stepped on any toes, so you can skip this in the recording.
Yeah, but it's important that, like, if anybody does mute, that it's also recording this.
Oh yeah, well that's the thing. Veronica, Victoria's got this covered, so I could definitely.
If you'd like, I don't
awesome.
think I'm going to touch on this stuff.
All right, when you say the word, I'll deafen.
Okay. What I'll say is that I think this is a great example of a game that uses its environment and context clues surrounding you to slowly uncover secrets that are hiding in plain sight, much like something like Tunic, or another game that we'll actually talk about on this bracket. How it does that, I won't say. But I think that the clue work, as Mick said, is nearly perfect. Now, Mick is smarter than me, so he didn't need a guide, but I needed a Mick.
I need a Mick!
And I'm glad that I turned to Mick and not a guide, because Mick was able to nudge me in the right direction where I'm like, I get why I didn't figure that out. I'm a little frustrated. There are moments where eventually you will run out of help that the game can give you, but it still leads to very rewarding gameplay from what is here. What I also really appreciate about the game is that I actually have a list of flaws with the game that I tell to Mick, and Mick agrees with me. We're on the same page about the game's flaws, but we can both appreciate the game from a completely different point of view. I think the game is very good. Mick thinks the game is masterclass, which are both great things. And you got to remember, it means more coming from me because it's a space game.
Yeah.
No, it's a wild game.
He's right. He did get me. Not all of the places you explore, I feel like, are equal in quality, but places like Giant's Deep are phenomenal, and places like Dark Bramble are not. And I think that's about as much as I should say. What I will say is that everyone, despite the fact that everyone will complete the game the same way, you will still have your own adventure. You will crash land in ways that nobody else does. And
yeah,
if
like the things that Taylor figured out almost immediately, I struggled with, and vice versa.
Yeah, I did have to use a guide when Mick was unavailable, but it was only one time, and it was at an arbitrary part. I think that the fact is, this game is almost flawless at what it does, and there are just a couple of control and maybe touches to things that I don't appreciate in a way that throw me off the scent a little bit, that I still find ridiculously engaging. So that's what I'll say. Do you think that's a fair enough assessment that I'm not really spoiling this stuff?
Oh yeah, no, that's fair.
Okay.
And I actually have some other things that I just want to say that I just remembered. Number one, I 100%ed this game just to make sure that I had everything. And just to mention, the DLC is good, but the DLC is a little jank. Not in that it's like glitchy or anything. It's just it's not exactly masterful. I think there's quite a few places in which it needs more polish. Just some things that I don't think were thought out very well.
And it also contains elements that Taylor is not into.
Yeah. This isn't a spoiler because it warns you before you start playing the DLC, but it's actually a horror game, the DLC.
Oh, fuck yes!
Oh, let's go.
Let's go!
It's not a good horror game.
Shut up! You were doing so good.
And there are horror elements in the main game, and those are handled much better.
Well...
Oh, I said better. I said better.
Okay. All right. You ready to go to the vote?
Well, wait, what's Alpha Protocol? I've never heard of this before.
You pitched it already. You weren't listening well enough.
Did? I've never heard of this game. In fact, I can almost assure you that it's never been pitched in a round before.
Yeah, it's never been pitched. It has never been pitched in a round.
I do remember having a bad headache during the 1991 Yearlies. I think Graham hit me in the back of the head or something, but I don't remember.
Yes, so hard you forgot the 1992 Yearlies.
Yeah, crazy.
Well, Yoshi is a game from 1992 that.
Anyway,
yeah.
The reason I did the Alpha Protocol bit way back, I don't know, like 5 years ago, it feels now, was because I had just finished Alpha Protocol. I was so excited, I couldn't wait to do a pitch, but it had already been we had already done 2010 and the honorable mentions. I wasn't sure if we were going to do this bracket.
So you were just I'm doing it.
I had to do it.
I just want to talk about it.
Yeah.
You know what? That's fucking genius.
Yeah. Alpha Protocol is a spy action movie simulator RPG, where there is an incredible amount of context changes and like things like that will like vary from like mission to mission, depending on what order you do them in. It very much has unlike the scale of like spy fiction, it definitely leans more towards like something like Mission Impossible, where it's more about like agencies and like covert ops rather than something like James Bond, where it's like outlandish like villains and stuff like that. Although I say that there is one villain who, the one boss who will, I can't remember the exact song, but it's like "Turn Up the Radio." I think he plays while like shooting you,
Ooh.
and he'll also take hits of cocaine at certain points to like boost his spell power. But you can pay someone to poison his cocaine, so that instead weakens him.
Okay.
That yeah, and stuff like that is why I love this game. Is it janky? Yes. Does this part of it just kind of not work at times? Yes.
Are there no eggs? Yes.
I'm sure there's eggs at some point.
Oh shit.
He's sure of it.
I'm sure of it.
That was a definitive answer.
And?
What do you mean, and? I'm complimenting you.
Oh, I thought you said that wasn't a definitive answer. Okay.
I said it was.
I thought you said the other thing. Okay.
Do you not know a definitive answer when you say one?
Beta protocol.
What if the show just ends here?
But the way this game, like, your relationship will change with people in the game from, like, one scene to the next. How one little decision that you make way back when will affect something so far down the line you had no way of knowing. It really is just like, this is one of the Obsidian's like my favorite games Obsidian ever put out. It's like a shame it didn't do well enough to get any kind of sequel, and no one has really ever tried to make a game like this again. And that's like a really damn shame, because there really is just no game really like this.
Except for that one that came out in 1991.
Again, I think you're getting the year wrong.
No, it's 1991. Graham talked about Alpha Protocol in 1991.
Graham wasn't alive in 1991.
Mm-hmm. No, I was.
That's conjecture.
Conjecture? Sustained.
Move to strike.
And if you guys want to try to play this, like, download, get it on GOG, because they went out of their way to like secure a licensing deal, because that aforementioned "Turn Up the Radio" song meant that the game got delisted eventually. But it is back. You can download and play, and GOG has like a special like downloader set. If it ever, for whatever reason, like the licensing falls through again, you can still download it no matter what.
Still get it on the GOG.
On the GOG.
Yeah.
Get it on the GOG.
Walton Goggins will give you the game himself.
God,
right.
That stands for Guys on Gatorade.
Yeah. If we're good, we can go to the vote, starting with Mick.
I'm going to vote for the Outer Wilds.
Yeah. Christian?
Yeah, here's the thing. I don't like puzzle games. Well, not that I don't like puzzle games in general. Puzzle games inherently always give me a bit of apprehension, because it's a genre that at times can most often frustrate
Christian,
me.
I think that there's... I'm
not done with my fucking mic drop. Okay, you gotta let me finish my dramatic intro for the vote.
I know. I'm very bad at this with Outer Wilds, apparently.
Exactly. No. But that's the thing. The mic drop is important here, because despite the fact that I'm not super into puzzles, something about not only the pitch that y'all made, but also the things that I have seen of Outer Wilds, that being the cover and the title. Something about this game speaks to me in a way that I think I will like it. Like it quite a bit, in fact. I think it just kind of looks like it has vibes, and that's something I can appreciate no matter the genre. So with much respect to Gamma Protocol, I'm voting for the Outer Wilds.
It also has a great... there's something else I got to mention. It's got a great soundtrack as well.
Oh,
that's what I was going. That's how I was going to try and shape him. I was going to try and sell him on atmosphere.
Epsilon Protocol.
Water.
That was gonna be one of my later votes.
Clanky.
I mean, the Outer Wilds has been on my radar for a very long time, and I've always really wanted to play it because I've heard fantastic things about it before and during this Yearlies. So, I'm voting for Outer Wilds.
Taylor.
I'm not going to vote for Beta Protocol. We talked about Beta Protocol in a previous Yearlies. I'm voting for the game in space, and that means something.
Wow.
Outer space.
Wait, hang on. This is where Graham tells me that Alpha Protocol has a game. All right, I'm voting for the Outer Wilds because I can see how that can immediately bite me in the butt.
And Graham.
Lisa, I'm sorry about that time I bit you in the
Protocol.
Alpaca Protocol.
God, the jokes write themselves.
Oh man. All right. So
Lisa, I'm sorry about your butt. It was foreplay. We were getting really heated in the moment, and just like you asked me to do it, and I didn't know why you asked me to do it. It was just a kink.
What's going on?
What the fuck are you talking about?
What?
no, this is his divorce again.
Oh.
This Yearlies is brought to you by Divorce Papers.
Thank you. We're collecting bits for charity. If you like any of the bits you've seen today, please call the number and donate today.
Man,
Yes.
Divorce Papers. Those
This
guys
is a
sponsor
very
everyone
special
nowadays.
bid auction where all of you at home can really help us out. Round 4, we have Sea of Themes. Sea of Themes. No, not themes. There's probably a lot of themes in it. Sea of Themes. Do I even need to say Mick put this up? It's from the 2010s. And it goes up against Frogger 2, Swampy's Revenge. I think the Phineas and Ferb reboot has the same subtitle. That's a joke from Mark and no one else, and Mark's not even here. It's a 2000s game, and Taylor put it up.
And he is ready to go 0 for 3.
Oh.
But Mick can go first if he
All right.
wants.
No, you can go.
Oh, please.
I went first with the Outer Wilds.
Oh, that's so kind of you. I went first to Billy Hatcher.
Can I decide who goes first?
Sure.
Sure.
Taylor, you can go first.
Oh, gee, thanks.
All right. Go.
Look.
I'm looking.
Yeah.
Where?
This game is not only my favorite Frogger game. Mick, go ahead and grab a snack. You don't need to be. But it actually inspired me creatively as a kid to submit my only videos to Google Videos. When Google Videos was a thing. Before YouTube, there was Google Videos. And I put 2 Frogger 2 Swampy's Revenge videos on Google Videos. And I got bullied in middle school because people didn't think they were very good, to the point that I took them off the internet because people made fun of me for making them.
Do you still have them?
No. They are lost
He
forever.
says collecting blackmail.
A cold sweat runs down.
You heard it here, lost media heads. You know
I'm
you need to
blackmailing
find.
myself?
Yeah, wait till any future employer sees your Frogger 2 videos.
Dude, Taylor is building such a case against Taylor. It's crazy. So this game is a series of well-designed tile hops. And what that means is that every point of movement is a frog hop. And it's on tiles. Hence the tile hops. And you do these tile hops needed to navigate a level. No, please interrupt me. I interrupt everyone, and I really deserve...
No, that interruption was way louder than I thought it would be. I was a voice crack. I didn't mean to say frog hop that loud. Sorry, continue.
Oh, I'm not offended. In any case, you navigate levels, avoid obstacles, and collect your 5 children in each level. This game taught me how pattern recognition worked. So when I was a kid, there's this factory level.
Wow.
And there are these series of 4 lasers. And the way it goes is that the lasers on the second and fourth will go at one time, and the first and the third will go at one time. And I'm like, so how do I dodge this? And I go to my dad, and I'm like, Dad, help me dodge the laser puzzle. And he just sits there for a moment. I'm like, Dad, why are you just sitting there and not trying to get through the laser puzzle? And he goes, well, son, I'm trying to figure out the pattern. And that's when I learned how patterns worked. So that makes it sound like a baby game for babies, but the levels in this game are actually so incredibly diverse with such great ideas. Like, one of the levels is an ant colony where ants are carrying food back to their nest, and you hop alongside the food, and you follow them all the way into the inner workings of their tunnel. In another level, you're in an appropriately spooky haunted house, and you're being chased by ghosts while going across haunted rivers and graveyards and spooky, scary skeletons. One of the levels is one of the actual best space levels I've ever played. We are 2-2 with space today. And again, it matters most to me because I fucking hate space.
Now,
basically,
time on the other, sorry.
Now, time is cool. Each section of the level houses basically its own little mini challenge for a frog in the space level. They also come with collectible coins each level, and the more coins you get, you unlock more things for the post-game. So it starts by you unlock new characters for a little bonus mode, and then they start giving you free cheat codes. And it gets to the point where your tongue becomes godly, and you can just eat every single obstacle in the game, making it so you can roll through every level without ever getting hit. You can eat lawnmowers. So you have to beat the game first anyway, so it's not like it makes the game too piss easy. It's just a fun little reward. There are also these fun little bonus arcade levels that are styled after the original Frogger game, but there's lots of map variation, and I think you can even play these in multiplayer. CG cutscenes have not aged the best, but the music is solid as F. That's F for Ferdinand. Ultimately, though, it sounds like mere nostalgia, but I just replayed this a few years ago, and it is just a delightful 2-hour romp of well-crafted levels that make me happy. But I promise you there's more to do in Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
At least now.
So, Sea of Thieves is a multiplayer open world, kind of an MMO. It's kind of an MMO made by Rare and published by Xbox Game Studios. This is one of my favorite games to just pick up and go back to. This game does not have its own story, really. What the game is great at is emergent storytelling. Stories will happen when you play this game. The premise of the game is that you play as pirates in a very fantastical version of the Caribbean called the Sea of Thieves, and you get to take on quests and stuff, or just go around exploring. And most of the quests involving go here and find this treasure or kill this enemy. Very, very simple quests that don't have a lot of depth to them. What this game does great is, as I mentioned, that emergent storytelling aspect. In that you and your friends will get on, you'll form a crew together, you'll get on your ship, and you'll have your quest, and it's like, we're gonna go over here, and we're gonna find this buried treasure. All right,
We're gonna go over here.
Cut to 20 minutes later, and you are fighting an army of skeletons trying to get your treasure back home while a volcano is erupting in the background, and you are trying all these wacky shenanigans in order to beat your enemies. This game is full of this game has great random encounters, and you'll run into random shipwrecks which will distract you, and this game just has a way of making everything just no matter how simple the mission you start out on, something's going to interrupt and just throw a wrench into your plans and make the game way more fun. As I said, this game is also, it's way more fun when you have other people in your crew. You can play with randoms, but it's really not as fun as just having friends to go around it. Even when things start out simple, but very rapidly become crazier and crazier.
100 hours in.
I'm talking 5 minutes in. Things are already starting to go wrong.
But that's MMO speak for 100 hours.
Yeah. So the MMO aspect of the game comes from the fact that you will be playing in instances with other players, and these other players, So there's a little saying that players this game have called Sea of Thieves, not Sea of Friends.
Yeah.
In that other players, sometimes you'll find people that will help you. Other times you'll find people that won't help you, and instead they'll shoot your ship, they'll destroy your ship and steal your treasure. The thing about this game is that it's just kind of part of the ride. Like the fun of this game is for the crazy adventures you'll find yourself going on, and not for necessarily any real accomplishment. Because at the end of the day, you get back and you get to you get to collect all this gold, and that's great and all. But like, you're really here is for like just the shenanigans, and this game is almost entirely shenanigans.
Here's one thing about this game, though.
Yeah.
Whenever you're playing it with friends, you are legally obligated to always be talking like a pirate.
Oh, good.
One time I was playing this game with friends. I kept firing the cannon, and they were like, "Can you stop firing cannonballs?" I said, "I'm not firing cannonballs." I kept firing the parrot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Something I keep doing. So when I play this game with Muhammad, I would grab his cat and shove it in the cannon and shoot it into the ocean.
Okay.
In game.
I swear I got confused. I had a memory of Mick trolling me to keep firing the cannon, and you guys are monsters.
Ooh, close one, boys.
Yeah. Incidentally, I have a pet in this game. It is the dog with the keys from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, nice.
Muhammad has tried to get back at me by shoving him in the cannon and firing it, but it doesn't have the same effect because he feels bad about doing it to the dog. We
found what's breaking Christian.
Oh man.
And actually, I think I'll be. By the way, incidentally, Jordan, I think I'll be able to send you footage for this of me and a few other people, some of which you might be in this call, playing the game.
Okay. Does it involve Muhammad's cat?
I think so, actually. I think I will be able to get you footage of that.
Oh, nice. Cool. Right on. It's Muhammad of Elementary, my dear Muhammad fame.
Yes.
Can't believe you played Sea of Thieves
right,
in Victoria. That's crazy.
All right. We go to the vote, starting with Mick. I am
voting for Sea of Thieves.
That means Christian.
I will be voting for C+ of Thieves.
Clanky.
The only thing I know about Sea of Thieves is that one clip where they're like, Captain! Yeah? Look! This video is so... Anyway,
but
I really want to play Sea of Thieves. It's a game that I really, really want to play. And like, yeah, so I'm voting for Sea of Thieves.
Awesome. Taylor.
I want you to all know that I don't care that Frogger is going to lose and that all three of my picks are going to die losers round one. Well, actually, legally, that's not possible. That's not what I'm upset about. I'm upset that in Final Fantasy XIV, I'm the only one who voted for the MMO, and in this one, I'm the only one who's not going to vote for the MMO.
It's not technically an MMO because it's like it's like
Nick, my bit only works if it's an MMO, and we're selling bits.
We're selling bits.
Sea of Frogs. I was about to say Sea of Frogs. Sea of Thieves does have Secret of Monkey Island campaign now with Dominic Armato as Guybrush, so I will probably play it eventually on that merit alone, but the memories I have with Frogger 2 are too great to count.
Now I want to make
Final
a game
Fantasy
called
XIV
Sea of
is
Frogs.
so good, you guys. Jeez.
it probably is after 100 hours.
Dude, Christian, you're being dramatic. It's 300.
Oh God, you're so right.
No, it's not true. It really is 100. That doesn't make it better.
Also, just RPG, like MMO combat.
Stop hurting me. Graham, you of all people I want to play it the most. I want to hear your thoughts on the story so badly. If you just find the rhythm.
It takes up so much space in my computer.
Oh, all right, fine. Then
All right.
then I won't get you a new
and-
computer, but I will want you to have one.
Yes. And Graham.
Sea of Thieves.
You guys are having a
Can
lot
I
of
just say
fun
that
with
I
these
also
frogs.
They're
this works specifically for me because frogs.
Frogs are
I
great,
do
dude.
love frogs.
Caropi is the best Sanrio character.
I like
Oh, Jordan,
Mr.
you should
Frog,
watch
the
the
best,
Sergeant Frog
clearly.
anime. They're not actually frogs, but everyone will tell you they are.
I know I need to watch
Oh, I
Amphibia.
want to watch
Yeah.
Sergeant Frog. That show's so cute.
Round 5. We have Return of the Obra Dinn, which is a game created by Lucas Pope. Let's just put a picture of him up here in the video, just so people can understand what we're dealing with.
But it's great.
From the 2010s, and it's a Graham submission versus my wild. All right, MLB 2007, the show. Graham, do you want to go first? How do you want?
Yeah, I can go first.
Go for it. Let me just get the timer ready. But yeah, go.
I regret to inform you all of you that I have played Return of the Obra Dinn.
Good.
But it would have been really funny if I didn't.
I love how low Graham sets the bar for these. I played my game.
Yeah. The premise of the game is, after being declared missing at sea for several years, a ship called the Obra Dinn has just shown up, like in port, and you play as an insurance investigator assigned to figure out what happened to the ship, and not only what happened, like the fates of all the crew involved, so that way you can determine whether or not to send insurance payments to their surviving families. To help you, you have a memento mori, which allows you to, whenever you find a dead body, you can play the last few words said like around that body, like the last like sound like a body, and you get a snapshot of that person, like the events of that person's death, like you're like all in 3D, so you can like walk around, and then you can pick up clues onto who the person is, and also learn clues of who the other crew members are through various implements. So this is a very mystery-heavy game. It's a lot of picking up on context clues, trial by error, because the way the game works is the game will only tell you that you got it right after every 3 times that you A, correctly identify who the person is, and B, figure out who or what killed them. So you can't like just brute your way through, but it's a great feeling like when you get the 3rd correct guess, and like the music plays, and you're like, oh, these are the fates that you got. I'll also say the music that in the video I imagine is playing right now, because it's music I want to play it, is like there's a specific moment pretty early on in the game where you see something, and the music that plays is one of the most thematic like tracks that I have played in a video game recently. Like it is like just a good track, but just like the sound of it mixes so well with what you're seeing. And yeah, like everything has this black and white, or you can like change a color. Like I think like it's supposed to like yeah, at least the version I played.
Can I make it like whatever color scheme I want? Can I make it Virtual Boy color scheme?
I think you have presets.
Oh, no.
I think
it already is Virtual Boy color scheme.
No, it's got to be red, baby,
like,
red.
Oh, Virtual Boy color
red,
scheme.
dude.
On, sorry, I missed. Sorry, I was thinking Game & Watch.
Yeah, the default is like black and white, and it's like I don't exactly know what to call the art style, because it's not like low poly or like low pixel.
The color or the style?
Just the style of it.
It's like when you try to make like a 3D image out of like for something like a Game Boy or a Game Boy Color or something.
Yeah.
Like when you take, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I know this game, and I like Lucas Pope and everything is like, I really like him. I really love Papers, Please. So like this game has been on my radar too. This is one of those games that I've always really wanted to play.
And also a fun fact: you can list like, who killed the person. If you list for all the crew, the captain, and it'll work because the captain is he's in charge of the ship. He's supposed to protect these people.
Wait, it works, or you just get an achievement?
I think you might just get an achievement. Like you can just list everybody's death as the captain.
Yeah.
I have played this and I want to say things, but I guess we can wait for the vote.
I mean, look, my pitch is going to be kind of quick. So if you want to say things, you're allowed.
Things.
Graham, you stole my bit. You fucking jerk.
Yeah. I'm the bad boy.
Yearlies is
the last Yearlies at this rate.
Did somebody say things?
Go ahead, Jordan. I'll save it for later.
All right. This is honestly a pretty simple pitch because, like when I put up the very first John Madden football game, it's important that I bring up something like 07 the show, not only because it's the first real installment that led to MLB the Show becoming the big baseball video game franchise that it is, but also this is probably one of my most played video games ever because I got the PS2 around when this came out, and I basically just played this on almost a daily basis. This was my first big baseball video game. I had a couple of other earlier installments before it became the show in 2006. This was the same license, but it was like, I think like MVP Baseball or something like that from 2003, and then it became the show in 07 and 06. This is a lot of what you would expect from a baseball game. You can do, individual game mode. You can do franchise mode where you get to be a team over the course of a season or several other seasons, and you get to make trades to other teams, which they made the trades more difficult in this game versus some of the earlier installments, because in the early installments you could just say, hey, I want this player for this player, and they said yes, and now there's different like difficulty levels with other GMs, and you can't just get what you want. You have to sort of work towards it. It's some of the controls in terms of hitting and pitching are a little different in this. The graphics obviously have not held up because it's come so far in the last 18 years, but for 2007 it was pretty good. This game, I think the reason why so many people have knowledge for it is because the surest and fullest version of this concept that they had at the time, and I think every other MLB The Show game has taken this as sort of a blueprint. Because it's fun to just play as the Yankees and get all the players. Like I think I remember nearly getting Jason to like a all-time home run record-breaking season while I was playing with them. I remember that being pretty cool. And that's the other thing. You get the license of the whole league, so you get all the current MLB players at the time, with one exception, because Barry Bonds, who was still playing at that point, did not allow the license for himself to be playable in this game, and so they used a knockoff Barry Bonds. He did, yeah, like cheating, but they used a knockoff Barry Bonds.
Jesus Christ!
Holy.
At baseball, not on his wife. I mean,
Wait, what? I thought it was me. Oh, wow.
Just as heinous.
Yeah. No, he took steroids, his whole thing. But no, they basically made up a fake Barry Bonds. Initially, his name in the earlier versions was John Dowd. In 2007, it was Reggie Stocker, and it's basically a white guy with the exact build and stats of Barry Bonds that is not legally Barry Bonds.
Oh, that's Mr. Dream, basically.
Yeah, just off-brand Barry Bonds.
Mike Tyson, Mr. Dream.
And
so they tried to disguise it, so they flipped the first letters of the first and last name.
Exactly. Look, this game is my it's very nostalgic for me. Obviously, that if you want to jump in on this franchise, you go for a later, more current game. But this is the one I grew up with. This is the one that me and my cousin have nostalgia for. And this soundtrack is actually really cool because it's a very good picture of not only the end of emo rock, like MCR and Fall Out Boy and things like that, but also like the Joker and the Thief, like just a lot of like good rock standards, end of garage rock standards for that period from 2006. So yeah, it's that and Road Rage, my big. How many organ tunes? Not enough organ tunes, honestly. I didn't really make that much of a note of them, but yeah, no, it's a nostalgic, fun baseball game for me, and I put it up because this is my last chance to talk about all of my nostalgic video games, even with my limited video game history. And if I didn't rip this one, I'd regret it. So, and there'll be the show. Might not get any votes, but it was mine. God damn it.
I'm John Madden, and welcome to John Madden Football.
John Madden.
I mean, I have respect for MLB games. I played the N64 ones.
Well, they got a lot better.
I think I played 2003. Like, I think I had that.
But
yeah, I think I have 2003 as well.
I played whatever one my stepdad had.
Those don't have the show moniker attached to them, right? Because I think the whole selling point of the show aspect was the idea that it had very realistic commentary.
Yes, exactly. They got the official ESPN anchors. And this was starting in they always kind of had that, but starting in 06, it became branded The Show. Gotcha. And that's when it became less of just you're playing a video game. And now it's like Madden, and it's simulating this sort of like watching a broadcast and being a part of it. And I think there would be the rival of that, the 2K version of it, which I played on the Wii, and I didn't like it as much. But The Show, I think it's it's what Madden football is for baseball fans, and I think it's better and more credible now that people really base their idea on following the game on what their ratings are in MLB The Show. So,
is it all about the Mets?
Yes, they actually.
It's about the Mets.
Let's go Mets.
The Mets. Come on.
Is it about the Metropolitans, Jordan?
It absolutely can be. You can certainly play as the Mets.
Name.
We're collecting callbacks for charity. Get your callback.
Yeah.
Callback, sir.
This was made by EA, or am I thinking of another one?
Christian, it's funny. It's not EA. That's a different one.
Okay.
And Christian, it's funny that you bring up the Mets because the cover star for that game was David Wright of the Mets. So
David Wright of the Mets, you say?
Yeah, that was back when he was like really good.
Captain America,
when he was still healthy. Yeah. All right. We've shifted a little. It is now Christian's turn first.
Yeah. Return of the Obra Dinn, it looks like a game that is way too smart for me. But I think I'm gonna have to give it to Return of the Obra Dinn only because I don't think I'm super huge on the MLB games as much nowadays. Not that I disrespect them or anything. It's just I don't think it's decisively my thing. Sorry, Jordan.
It's a disposable game against a game with substance. You made the right vote.
Yeah, I am sorry, but I am voting for Obra Dinn as well.
It's okay. I did this for me. Taylor.
Here's what you don't understand, Jordan. Return of the Obra Dinn is evidence. This game is proof that I don't hate Lucas Pope.
Yeah.
Which is why I got so excited when you put a picture of Lucas Pope's face up, because I know you did that for my sake. Because I'm a narcissist and believe everything in the Yearlies.
Because we're collecting bits.
Yes, we are collecting bits for charity. See?
Can I have some bits?
No, my thing is that we're starting to get goons in who are collecting bits off the cuff.
It's not for charity anymore.
Oh, well, no, there's charity.
Smoke gooning?
Point being, I think Return to the Obra Dinn is another almost perfect mystery game. Much like The Outer Wilds, it uses the context and environment to piece together the mystery. As Graham said, Graham basically summed up the game perfectly, to the point that all I have left are complaints.
Wow.
Which is just to say, the only thing I don't like about this game is that the game actually on purpose doesn't give you the clues to figure out every single person's identity because it's using the 3-check rule. It wants you to make educated guesses after you use process of elimination to get to like 2 or people. Like, I can't know for sure who this person is, but if I brute force the answer, the game will fact check me, and that's how I'll know for sure. And I don't like that it does that, because towards the last couple of identities, I have a tough time. It also expects me to know multiple languages, so I can identify what languages are. One time I took a picture, I sent it to Mick. I'm like, Mick, what language is this? You would know this.
Yeah, this game deserves a reward for probably the game that I have not played but have yet gotten the most calls of, "Hey, I'm playing this game. Can you help me?"
You speak Swahili?
Can you identify these foreign tattoos for me?
Like, seriously, you're not the only one who's done that, Taylor. Someone else has come to me and been like,
I mean,
"Hey,
that's
man, I'm
even
playing Return of the
funnier.
Obra Dinn. Can you help me with this?"
Yeah, and I'd like to watch you play, because the point is, like, when the game does give you an amazing tool to figure out who someone is, they do some really clever things, and it can feel really, really nice. So as far as detective games go that make you feel like an actual detective, actually make you work for it, this is like, I'm not sure between this and the Outer Wilds what I would vote for, but between this and MLB The Show,
Yeah.
Return of Obra Dinn.
Return of Obra
Graham.
Dinn?
Oprah.
You're gonna solve a mystery!
I'm voting for Return of the Obra Dinn Jarn.
All right, Mick, send it on its way.
It's pretty want to give it to MLB07 The Show.
Mick, you came to me.
I know, I gotta give it to Return of the Obra Dinn.
Yeah.
This is Oprah doing the Hawaii Five-0.
Did you eat your mic while doing that?
I knew that as soon as I heard myself do it, and as soon as Christian said, "Oh my god," I knew it was going to be the mic.
I will say I have 2 words after my game got 5-0'd, and those 2 words are worth it.
Look,
I'm
you
coming forward
stick
to
to your
losers, though.
guns. What?
I'm coming. I'm gonna help. I'm voting for MLB07 The Show and losers, though.
Well, we'll see if you will, because the next round is Digimon Cybersleuth Complete Edition. Believe it or not, that's a Graham pick. Who would have guessed?
No, I put it up.
I put it up.
Yeah, sure.
I put it up.
I'm Spartacus.
I'm
Spartacus.
Listen, honestly, I'm also a huge Digimon fan, so it's not unreasonable to assume that I might have put it up.
Dude, is this our first 5-0 before we even vote?
Yeah.
Don't
No,
say
it's
that.
It's up against Zombies Ate My Neighbors,
no,
a game
I'm
from the
sorry, Jordan.
90s. What?
They weren't that close.
I'm so sorry, Jordan.
No, it's all right. It came from the 90s, put up by Clanky. Who wants to go first?
I didn't like my neighbors anyway.
I went first
Get him
last
out.
time, so Clanky, you can go.
But I went first for Kingsway, and then I didn't go first, but then I went first again. So
but
technically, I went first.
I
Technically,
just went first,
technically,
Clanky.
I went first twice. So I
Can I choose who
superseded.
goes first
I'm
again?
asking you who's on first.
What's on
I
second?
don't know. Third base.
I'm Spartacus.
Should you pitch Final Fantasy 14 again?
All right.
Okay, so here's the
King's Quest.
thing about story-based games, right? There's a certain amount of fiction that can tell their story across multiple years and arcs. And Jordan, put the footage back up, just because I'm sure everyone's going to want to see the footage.
Yeah.
And there are a few that very actually
footage.
succeed at what they're doing here. So once you play 7,000,
Graham, quickly, only you can stop this by
once you
going for
play
Digimon.
7,000 hours of Final Fantasy 14, it becomes
I'm going to
adequate.
mute him.
Boot it doot, boot it doot. There we go.
Thanks, Graham. Thanks for the
Okay.
musical accompaniment.
I was going to the Digimon theme.
All right.
Which is a
go,
track
Graham.
from Final
No.
Fantasy 14. You don't know. You didn't finish the game.
Graham.
That is also a track from
Thank
Final
you.
Fantasy 14. Sorry.
The first thing I want to do here is, so this technically is a collection of 2 games. So I want to just defend the reason why I'm putting the complete edition on here, because the complete edition, it not only it is Digimon Story Cybersleuth and Digimon Story Cybersleuth Hacker's Memory, but there are certain quality of life enhancements that were made for like the game in Hacker's Memory that were then applied retroactively to the version of Cybersleuth that is in the collection. So that is why it is a 2-thing bundle.
You did your
I think we
homework.
let him. I think we let him have this one.
Yeah. Does it play, Jordan? Does it play?
Does what play?
Give me the signal, Jordan. Does it play? Go into the coach now. We're to see if it plays.
Only on days ending with Y.
Yeah.
So,
And a huge wave of apathy falls over the crowd. I think it's going to play.
Yeah.
So, Digimon Story Cybersleuth is a game. The premise of the story is just like the first game is you are someone who, while in this virtual reality called Eden, you came into contact with this strange being called an Eater, which is this weird squid-like.
I barely know her.
Like monstrosity, and
catch it.
as a result, your digital self is separated from your physical body, but is able to manifest itself in the real world. So you're part of and then you get picked up by start working for a cyber detective who has the worst taste in coffee you will ever see in any video game.
Evil Dale Cooper be like, that is one shitty cup of coffee.
Yes.
The first game, like it kind of follows the rough structure of like like the story, like a season of Digimon. It starts out with different cases that it feels episodic as you're investigating like these weird things that are happening in the cyberspace that involve Digimon, and eventually you just slowly ramps up until it's like, oh, now we're just fighting like a god. The combat is like a turn-based strategy type game where it's 3-on-3. And each Pokemon will have there's a variety of
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
You become the very thing you swore to destroy.
What?
You said
I said
Pokemon.
Pokemon by accident.
I said Digimon.
You said Pokemon.
Graham said the wrong word. Minus 8 million points.
If I said the wrong word, that's legitimately I don't even realize I said it. But Digimon, each Digimon will have certain base moves that all of them can do, but they'll always have one signature move that will have a different animation to it. This might not help the case of the one person I'm trying to sway, but the music in this game is done by the same person who did Danganronpa.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
I don't think it's me who's the person, but that's not bad.
It is a very catchy. It's a great soundtrack. But then I just want to because it is but I do want to say the story of Cybersleuth is a pretty basic you can kind of see certain ways of things that are going. But that being said, Hacker's Memory is a side sequel. So it's set during the same events, and it has a much different tone. It has a great cast of characters, and the ending is generally one of the most heart crushing endings I've had in a video game. And also, it is of the new generation of Digimon, where it's okay, people who are Digimon fans they're not all kids. There are people who have grown up with Digimon, so we can say ass and I think maybe at some point someone says shit.
Where's that damn fourth Chaos Emerald?
And there's cases involving organ harvesting and stuff like that.
To be fair, Digimon's always been kind of dark, so going a little bit darker.
Yeah, but I'm also it might not reach Digimon Survive levels.
Fair enough.
Yeah, what is it? Don't kids die in Digimon Survive, or what was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought they survived.
You'd think.
My last little thing is I all the farm mechanics in Raising Digimon, because for me, a Digimon fan, it's just really fun to have just Digimon that you're just raising, and then you can Digivolve them. Because I'll never use them. I just want to see what they Digivolve and do because I'm so curious.
Oh my god, dude, Scrotum.
Yeah, Scrotumon.
I can do better.
Evolves into Blast.
I don't want you to. Clanky, show us how much worse it can be.
All right. Well, Zombies Ate My Neighbors is a top. It's a top. Yeah, I'm so sorry. It's a shame, right?
Oh no!
It is a top-down run-and-gun game where the objective is to go through the level shooting zombies and other zombie-like creatures and save your neighbors before they get eaten by zombies, as the name of the game implies. What's fun about this game is, well, two things. First of all, the gameplay loop is, it is pretty similar, what's the word I'm looking for? Pretty samey, in the sense that, like, you keep going from level to level, kind of doing the same thing over and over again. There are different, like, settings and stuff that kind of change up a little bit. Like, I believe in the mall level, you go up and down escalators and stuff, so, but in general, you're going to collect all of these neighbors that you see around, and once you collect all of them, or all of them die, an exit opens up, and you go to the next level. And you have to try to get to level, I believe there's 48 levels. You have to get through all 48 levels without losing all your, your lives, and then you win the game. But where I think this game really shines is the co-op. This game was, in my opinion, kind of made for 2 players. It really is fun to play, or most fun to play that way. Not to say that you can't have fun playing it by yourself, but I think that this game really does shine when you're yelling at somebody else to, like, no, you need to shoot that way, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, the problem with Zombies Ate My Neighbors and the reason why it's on this bracket is because I'm kind of pissed off that I forgot about it in 1993, because I put a game that I didn't even fucking play for 93, and I forgot about this one, and I feel like I needed to rectify that in some way. Do I think that it's going to get far here? No, because I know this crowd. I know that, like, a fun arcade game that doesn't have much to offer besides, its fun core gameplay loop isn't going to succeed on a bracket.
You can say that exact same thing about JRPG.
Yeah, it's true. But hey, it's alright. I really enjoy this game. I think it's really fun. It has, like, the most 90s energy possible. The main character is wearing, like, 3D, like, the blue and red 3D glasses the entire time you're playing the game.
George Romero's King Chameleon.
Yeah, he says fucking, like, bodacious and radical and tubular. You know exactly who this guy is.
Oh, dude,
pretty sure, like, one of his
Mario
weapons is a fucking slingshot. You know exactly what this game is trying to do. And, I forgot about the giant baby! How could I forget about the giant baby that attacks you? I forgot about the giant baby!
Funky boy.
What's fun about this game is that it's not only zombies that are attacking you, despite the fact that it is Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Just whatever the fuck the game developers want to happen in this game happens in this game. You fight a giant baby, you fight a guy wielding, like, a chainsaw trying to kill you. Yeah, you have fucking, like, Dracula, and, it's not a chainsaw, it's an axe, I'm sorry. You have there's an axe killer and a chainsaw killer, that's right. Okay, anyway, you're getting the idea. This game is very schlocky, and it wears that on its sleeve. And it's that charm and fun gameplay loop that makes it so much fun.
I do have one question about this game. Because I have, like, a schlocky arcade thing every now and then. This can influence my votes in the future, so I'm curious. How hard is this game?
Well, it's a 93 game, so I would say it's pretty difficult. It's probably more fun to play with, like, save states, if I'm being honest. But, you're a coward if you do that, so.
You know what? I should not be talking. I put Kid Chameleon up in 92, and that game's fucking impossible, so I really shouldn't be talking.
Did you just hold yourself accountable for never using save states? I thought you loved save states.
Me? Oh, I use them all the time. Yeah, absolutely. I'm a coward. I'll admit that.
But you're also beautiful.
Thanks. Wow. Oh my goodness. If you could
very
see me right now,
special
you'd see me
Yearlies.
blushing.
All right. I think we should go to the vote. We start with Christian.
Oh my god, we start with me? I gotta be honest. This might hurt to say. If Zombies Ate My Neighbors was in 93, I would have probably voted for it quite a bit. But on this bracket, it's a little trickier. I think. Oh man, can you come back to me? Actually.
Oh yeah, sure. Clanky.
I'm voting for Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
Yes.
They couldn't have died for nothing.
We have to avenge them.
Sticking your yacht out for the avenging your neighbors.
This is what?
For the neighbors. You're so zombies.
You're so Digimon.
Taylor.
If I had a nickel for every time Graham convinced me to kind of care about a Digimon game when I never gave a shit before, I'd have a nickel and a half. This pitch was okay. I'll vote for it.
Thank you.
Okay. Graham. Well.
Digimon.
Yeah. Mick.
Christian, I'm about to make things easy on you. I'm voting for Digimon Cybersleuth.
Thank goodness. Okay. Because to be honest, both of these games are
3-1.
interesting to me. So, I'm glad I could keep a vote for Zombies Ate My Neighbors in that case.
Okay. All right. 3-2. Okay. So,
So, you found
We
the
have-
secret bonus point.
And the immunity idol.
Bonus point.
We're
That's
going
always
to
great when
round
you find secret
7.
bonus points.
Round
all
7.
right, round 7. We have Fallen London, a text-based game from the 2000s. I wonder who put it up and if his name is Mick.
It was my game.
And it's up against Vib-Ribbon.
That is Vib-Ribbon.
Is that how you pronounce it? Okay, it was one of the two.
Question:
And
do you
it's up
play
against
Vib-Ribbon for the vibes?
And it's up against Vib-Ribbon, a stylized rhythm game from the 90s. I mean, there you kind of got competition for your perceptions, but it is a Christian pick.
Why do you know that it's a stylized rhythm game?
You clearly researched some of these things.
Because I Googled it to find out what year it was from.
I have an interesting thing about that, but who's going first? Mick, would you have a preference?
I mean, you can go if you want.
All right, if you are so absolutely sure, then I shall go first. Vib-Ribbon is a PlayStation 1 rhythm game developed by, forgive me if I pronounce this incorrectly, Nanonsha, who made Parappa the Rapper. So
there you go.
I hope I got one
slammed.
person's side quite well, and the other person maybe not as much, but stick with me. This released in Japan in 1999, in Europe in 2000, and never in America. And because of these weird date confusions, that's why I never nominated it. But that's why I'm glad I have the opportunity to give it here. This game it is a rhythm game that was originally commissioned as an advertisement for fucking Mercedes-Benz A-Class cars, where you drive cars on bumpy roads.
My name is Rousey, and I have a Mercedes-Benz.
Apparently, and it's really funny too, because when the car failed the elk test, like the Mercedes-Benz A-Class car failed the elk test where you dodge out of the way of a moose.
I think it's the moose test, not the elk test.
Well, it goes by multiple names. They canceled the prototype of this game because they were like, oh, this car sucks. We're not making this game anymore. So they turned it into a different game. In this new game, you play as Vibri, a girl who resembles a rabbit made entirely out of wireframes and sounds like Hatsune Miku. And your job as Vibri is to skip along a path and navigate obstacles to a rhythm before you. The obstacles come in the forms of hills, spikes, pits, or loops. And your goal is to basically press one of 4 buttons on your controller to be able to either do a loop, roll over the spike, so on and so forth. You kind of get the idea. 1 of 4 buttons, press the button when it comes towards you. That sort of thing. Also really, really stylized, like Jordan said, very stylized to be very minimalist. As I said, Vibri is basically just made entirely out of wireframes, and you walk across one line where the obstacles emerge from the line, which is incredible vibes. It has the sauce, truly, but this is only the beginning. The actual gameplay of the game has your standard rhythm game affair, with a couple of added little quirks. So your goal is basically to make it to the end of the level without losing. Every single time you go through one of the obstacles, you basically store up how many successful times you perfectly hit the obstacle. If you get 18 successful notes in a row, you can evolve to a future form of your character, and if you get hit 10 times, you go down to a previous evolution. What does this mean? You start off as Vibri, as a human girl. If you get hit 10 times, you turn into a frog. If you get hit 10 times, you turn into a worm. And then if you get hit 10 times after that, you lose.
You know, the alphabet.
Exactly.
Evolution, but in reverse.
The thing is, if you get 18 notes in a row at any point, you will evolve with full health for the next form, which means it is never really over for you. You can go from 1 hit left remaining to 11 hits left remaining if you're just fucking godlike at the game and you sight read the next 18 notes perfectly. And watching footage of the game, you might look at it and be like, oh, this actually looks like a pretty easy relative to like other rhythm games. This game is fucking way harder than it looks. There are so many wacky camera angles, which is amazing considering that this game is, like I said earlier, 1 in parentheses 1 line. It's the only graphics is 1 line. But there's a lot of wacky camera angles. A lot of obstacles will, rather than just come towards you, will emerge from the ground. And so it's very difficult for you to tell which obstacles are coming up. And then they congeal together and go at different speeds. It goes a little nuts. And then you have combo obstacles where they take hills and spikes and turn them into spiky hills. And then loops and spikes and there's spiky loops or loops and pits. And it's a loop with a pit at the top. And guess what? Those are 2 buttons for each combo obstacles. And considering that the graphics are only 1 fucking line, it's really hard to tell these obstacles apart sometimes. So you have to keep your fucking eyes peeled to the screen at all times and lock the hell in. Only furthered by the fact that when you are damaged in a particular form, if you're low on health, the line that makes up the entire graphics of the game gets distorted and shakes, and with all of that combined, the game can be a little tricky. But that's what ends up making the game so fun, is being absolutely run through the ringer in the game and then being revived because you just happen to have an amazing sight read. And I was bringing up the game's unique look before. I do love the art style of this game. It does kind of look like asteroids mutated into a rhythm game. The score for your game, which is how many like successful notes you end up getting in a score, is portrayed by unmarked symbols with which nobody really knows the meaning of. It takes 30 minutes for anyone to explain what the score means. Vib-Ribbon is a very adorable character who will sing if you get a high score and cries if you lose, and it's got this unmistakable whimsy to it that I very much appreciate. Also, the music for this game, for the stages that are in this game, is made by a J-pop band, Laugh in Peace, which is I don't even know how to say. It's like very much dreamy 90s J-pop. The songs Universal Dance and Overflowing Emotions are so great. It makes me overflow my emotions, truly. And you know an OST for a game is good if people lose their minds over the fucking tutorial track. It's the number 1 search result for this game. But that is one thing about this game. The thing about Vib-Ribbon is this game was purposely made to be minimalist. It's purposely small. This game has a file size entirely of less than 2 megabytes. That has its pros and its cons. One of the biggest cons is that this game is ridiculously, stupidly, absolutely minimalistically short. There are 6 stages for 6 songs, and that's it. That is the whole game.
Okay, the rap of the rap was nice.
Now, here's the thing. This game is ridiculously small, and that does come with some pros, actually. The pros for that is that since this game is so small, it can be loaded directly onto the PlayStation 1's RAM, essentially storing itself inside of the PlayStation, meaning that you can remove the Vib-Ribbon disc and the game will still run. And so you don't even need the fucking disc inside of the console. As long as you put it in the first time, then you can take the disc out, and as long as you don't switch it out for another game, it's like, okay, I can just play Vib-Ribbon without a disc. Which means that you have an empty PlayStation 1 just begging for a disc to be put in there. So let's say you're rummaging around your room and you just so happen to find a fucking, I don't know, just a music CD. And you decide out of curiosity to put that inside of your PlayStation. Vib-Ribbon will take the data from that music CD and it will auto-generate levels based off of the songs in that music CD. And ladies and gentlemen, that is why I am so excited here today. Because that is one of the coolest fucking things I have ever had the pleasure to witness in a fucking rhythm game. Because in games like Osu and Stepmania, it's so easy for me to be like, oh, I really wish they had this song in Osu or this song in Stepmania. Why doesn't anyone make a map of this? In Vib-Ribbon, you can just put in fucking Dark Side of the Moon, and guess what? You have an entire album to do fucking, you're gonna do loops during Eclipse or something. It's amazing. I've seen so many different variable songs used for this game. I've seen people play Vib-Ribbon with Radiohead songs, Feel Good Inc., Death Grips, Eminem, the entire Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island soundtrack, the entire Lemon Demon Dynorchestra album, Snippy Snappy Skeletons, Steamed Hams. There's so much stuff, and one of the best things about this is that it's actually really, really easy to do this yourself. Either in person, you have like an actual music disc, or on an emulator, it's really just as simple as modifying a text document and you're good to go. In fact, how easy is it to bring these songs into an actual Vib-Ribbon game? Well, I wanted to be the judge of something like that. So, if you all may check out the voice chat really quickly, what I ended up doing is I made my own CD, my own little Vib-Ribbon CD, basically, of 13 songs, and recorded all of them and put them together into a video. Getting the songs took like 20 minutes, and that was including learning how to do it. Getting good enough at the game so that I can play these songs without looking like a complete idiot took the entire week. This entire past week, I have been doing nothing but playing Vib-Ribbon. And, well, I mean, I have been enjoying watching through the footage on my own, right? My hard work has definitely been showing. I gotta say, out of all the songs I picked, I think Snake Charmer by Saint Motel never had a bad generation. Every single time I generated it, it always came out amazing.
Love that song.
This game is the definition of the word neat. It is, it scratches an itch for something that I don't think I even really knew that I wanted that much. I haven't been this invested in a rhythm game since fucking Osu in 2010 or something. And I think I have such a good time thinking about this, and I will probably be playing this more. So if any of you ever have any Vib-Ribbon song requests, just let me know, and I will never hesitate.
Wow.
I think Christian just entered the doom state.
Not quite.
How long was that pitch? Was that 8 minutes? Oh,
that was
man.
longer than 8 minutes.
No, I didn't
10
mean
minutes.
to do that. Sorry, Mick, you could go.
He had a lot to say about that one line.
It's a very good game. Don't diss Vib-Ribbon.
I just said he had a lot to say about that one line. That's a very neutral statement.
Admittedly, a lot of our pitches tonight have been pretty long, it seems, so I hope it's okay.
Somehow, yeah.
It's one last call, after all.
So, Fallen London. So, I missed Fallen London when the year it actually came out, because
I'm sure it's happy to see you.
Shut up. I'm sorry. So this is a browser-based game, which means its release date is kind of it was weird. It's weird to think about this game having a release date, even though it definitely does. But like, so the game came out in 2009. This is a interactive, text-based visual novel without visuals, MMO with very little interaction with other players. And if that doesn't make any fucking sense, then I'm doing my job, because this game plays like nothing else. I'd have to, if I was to compare it to anything, imagine if Neopets
Okay, you have my attention.
Imagine if Neopets was like written by like imagine if Neopets was written by Charles Dickens after he smoked a bunch of opium. The premise of this game is that the city of London
has fallen.
The city, it's an alternate history story, and the premise being is that in the 1860s, Queen Victoria sells the city of London in order to save the life of Prince Albert, and she sells it to an entity known as the Echo Bazaar, which takes the city and drags it underground. The city of London is now in the depths of the earth in a large underground cave, which may or may not be inside the skull of an ancient dead god. Down here, the rules of reality have started to break down. It's still Victorian. So the city is broadly Victorian London, but now there are strange and new things wandering around the streets, including devils, because hell is actually quite nearby, although they may or may not be. I'm avoiding spoilers.
Man, saucy.
There are revolutionaries who want to destroy the sun. There are weird tentacle monsters known as rubbery men who ply the streets and hand you amber of a mysterious origin. The city of London is now on the banks of a large underground ocean called the Untersee, filled with a bunch of equally bizarre places, including an island that screams, where everything is alive.
Screaming.
Yeah. The game begins with you breaking out of prison, and making your way to the city, and from then on, it is a game in which you get to just try and live your life in one of the strangest settings ever conceived. My character is what's it called again? Jasper Strange. He is an author. He is currently on his way to becoming a correspondent, which means he is learning how to speak the language of the suns itself, and inscribe them on lead plates because the language is so fiery that it can cause physical burns. There is so much I can talk about, and the thing about this game is that I can say so much about it because it's got so many stories within it. There's so much content to this game, and all of them are weird and bizarre and just unique, and I could spoil things and you would have no idea that I was spoiling because you'd sound like a random non sequitur. Like when I talk about the alien space crab on the run from the Dragon Police, I am talking about something that you need to play at least 50, 100, 500 hours into the game before you learn about it. This game requires
100 hours
requires as much. What I will say is that in order to learn all the secrets of this game, you will have to invest a lot of fucking time into this game because the way it works is it's one of those things where you have 20 actions a day, and then you need to wait for them to recharge, or you can pay to recharge them. Yeah, it's that kind of thing. And there's some quest lines that are locked behind a paywall, but they're optional. There's a quest line in this game. Just to give you an idea of what kind of wavelength the game designers are on, there is a plot line where if you go down this quest, it will brick your account.
Okay.
It is the one which probably gives you some of the biggest insight into the game's lore, but you actually have to basically ruin your account in order to do it. Now, the game will require you to opt in, and it'll repeatedly warn you, hey, are you sure we want to go down this route? It's definitely the most intricate and extensive browser-based game that I think has ever been made. It has expanded to, 3 other spin-off games, Sunless Sea, Sunless Skies, and Mask of the Rose, all of which take place within the more or less the same setting. It is a fascinating game where death is an inconvenience, and you can basically... Look, this is a game in which you can invite a friend out for dinner. What other game can you say that about?
Final Fantasy 14.
You can probably say that about XIV.
Persona 5?
No, I mean like a real life friend, which you can say about
Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 14. I'm sure that's true. Okay, what games can you send what game can you send a friend a possibly demonic cat, which they now have to get rid of by sending to someone else in the
Final
mail?
Fantasy 14.
Sea of
Fuck
Thieves.
you, Mick. I'm gonna make a game where that's the only thing you do, and then the game ends.
Fair enough.
Give me more. This is going great.
Well, we're way over the 16, so I'm going to unfortunately push us to vote. All right, we start with Christian.
Yeah, so this was not supposed to be the thing that I cared the most about on this bracket at all. I was like,
here we are.
I fucking didn't get. I had to replace Yume-Tsuki with something. I played this game way back in the day for a couple of minutes. It looks cute, where it plays cute, and it looks like it'd be neat to talk about. And then, something just snapped in me on Sunday, and I was like, okay, now. This is like it's the only fucking thing I've been doing. Something about it has sunk its teeth into me. So I also understand that this is probably not going to be everyone's cup of tea in a way. And I usually need 2 specific people to vote for a rhythm game, and one of those people is the one. You know what? Whatever. I don't care. I'm gonna vote for Vib-Ribbon.
Yeah. Clanky.
I've always wanted to play Vib-Ribbon. I always thought it was super cool. I really, it's a game I really have been meaning to get to. I know I said that about like I think like 2 or 3 other games on this bracket so far, but it really holds true for Vib-Ribbon. I'd be curious to know how well it generates the, like when you're actually playing it, how well it generates the auto levels from the CDs or whatever. But
Shocking
either
accuracy.
I looked at it. Mixed.
I mean, it
results.
looks pretty accurate. I'd be curious to see how it feels. You know what I mean?
Because it definitely, that's the thing. It may look different than how it actually ends up feeling. I will say it's not 100% perfect. It's not 100% perfect, but the generation is shockingly accurate, especially for certain songs that it just kind of fucking knocks out of the park,
I gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I was probably going to give it the vote anyway, so I am voting for Vib-Ribbon.
Okay. Taylor.
Theming back to me.
Graham.
I'm gonna vote for Fallen London.
Mick.
Fallen London.
We're back to you, Taylor.
Wow, there wasn't even no one even twitched at my comeback to me. I'm embarrassed that I did it. I said semen back to me instead of come.
I can see why no.
Oh, you mean the legendary game Seaman?
Of course, Jordan understood.
Yeah.
I didn't notice.
So on principle, I should vote for Vib-Ribbon because we've established that the idea of investing hundreds of hours into a game is pointless.
Look.
On principle. I mean, that's what I've been convinced of.
I understand your position either way. As soon as I found out that this was from the Parappa devs, I was like, oh, fuck,
the Parappa devs is very minimal to do with it.
My argument would be that Fallen London doesn't get good after 100 hours. It starts good and just gets better.
Wait.
That was quick.
I don't like the idea that I won't have fun in 100 hours.
But he said he didn't finish the... Wait, Mick, finish your statement.
I said what my argument is that it does is my argument is that Fallen London starts good and just gets better, not that it actually takes 100 hours to get good in the first place.
Would you like to change your vote?
No. Nah, I don't like the paywall features.
All right.
It's pretty 6-1 to me, I'm going to be honest. So, don't take it too harshly.
No, it's fine.
All right.
I do like the idea that I could play Vib-Ribbon to the Chalk Zone soundtrack.
You could play it to fucking anything. You could play it to the Among Us Drip song. You could play it to Robot Hell, which I did plug in the song from the Korn musical. I plugged in Shuck, the Korn reprise. It sucks in Vib-Ribbon. It's terrible, but I did try it.
Can I change my vote?
Yes, you can.
Round 8. Here's something it feels like we've been building towards for 3 years now. It's Dicey Dungeons, which is a 2010 game submitted by Clanky, and it's going up against Shadow of the Colossus, the 2018 remake. Wait, what? We did? We did? Oh, well, I suppose then it's a game called PUSS. It's a 2010s game submitted by Christian. Apparently, it actually exists.
Jordan, can I make a small addendum?
Yes.
It's actually pronounced.
I didn't quite get that. What was
so
that?
Good.
That we couldn't hear any of that.
The mic peaked so much; it was great.
Okay.
It's funnier if I just don't even try and do it like that. I'm just gonna be very timidly going, a puss.
Okay. So
or not even doing that.
PUSS was on the bracket already, so this is an illegal entry, and we should really just go right to the vote.
Like Alpha Protocol?
Protocol, so we can talk about PUSS as well.
But Alpha Protocol didn't make it on the bracket. PUSS did make it onto the bracket.
Yeah, but
he did
it was.
Oh,
Shreds, you say?
It was used as a honeypot scheme by Christian.
It's true.
Which he since has said he regrets.
I'm a devious little guy. Clanky, do you want to go first or second?
You ask non-deviously.
All right, I can go first. This will probably be the shortest of the pitches, thankfully. So yes, it's weird. It's surreal that I am the only person who really actually knows anything about this game. But here we go. It's time to talk.
I take offense to that.
It's time to talk about PUSS. So PUSS, do you guys remember those old maze games that everyone would trick each other into playing so that they would go down the maze by moving their mouse without hitting the walls, and then a screenshot from The Exorcist would appear on the screen and they punch their fist straight to the monitors?
I've made my decision.
They made a whole game about that.
Oh, thank God!
But they took out the horror. There's no well, no, they didn't take out they didn't take out the horror. They took out the jump scares. There is definitely some horror elements in this game, but basically that's what PUSS is. It is a game where you take your mouse, you select a head of a cat, and you have to navigate the cat head through a maze using your mouse movements and mouse movements alone. You do this for a number of different worlds, basically. You go. The game is actually of a reasonable length, and you are tested on your precision, your resilience to flashing colors and lights, and your endurance to keep all of your lives throughout a particular world. As each world is around, like 10 levels and a boss fight, and the boss fights are particularly challenging because you have to, when you get to the boss fight itself, you actually have to move your mouse up the boss fight to climb them and then find their weak point and wait, no, hold on, you don't actually do that. Sorry, the bosses are big though. The bosses are pretty large. Like, one of the boss fights in this game is against a giant statue, which is very interesting. This game has a lot of mixed media to it. I mean, the style of this game is essentially if Macintosh Pro with a Floral Shop album was left to fester in a dark corner of a dungeon for 7 years. So the vaporwave aesthetics are on point, but it's very weird when we have the vaporwave aesthetics, but there are those calm moments in the open world of this game where the subtle grays and the yellows embellish you as you ride through the or move your mouse through the particular areas of the game. Sorry, I need a sip of water really quickly. Don't mind me. Just a sip.
I think he's disassociating.
But yeah, no, the style of this game is part of the reason why it's good, but the gameplay aspect to it, I talked about the mouse movement gameplay, but what makes this game so fun is how quickly you can try to beat. There is an achievement in this game for beating a level in less than 1 second, which is amazing considering the mouse controls. The mouse controls in this game are really sometimes lenient in how you can hit the walls. It's actually incredible that you can beat some of these levels in literally 1 second. As I mentioned earlier, the boss fights can get... Oh, what's up?
Well, just praising your gag.
Well, thank you. I try hard. But yeah, that's the thing. The boss fights also, as I mentioned before, I did mention the giant Michelangelo statue, but there's also there's this photoshopped dog that's stitched together 3 times, and there's this fucking worm that comes out of the sand, and you have to shoot it in the eye, and what is it? You have to fucking fight this one snake in the air, and you have to shoot out the fucking air sacs, and every single one of these bosses has this quick time event section where you have to mash the button to furiously smack the boss in the face with your cat paws, and the screen is flashing colors at you. It's amazing. The game is hard, but if you collect the lizards in the middle of the level, there are no lizards in this game. The soundtrack of this game is pretty good. I like the soundtrack. It's there's a lot of vaporwave beats. There's some some orchestral bits. Revived Power is pretty. Revived Power is a song in this game. Oh fuck. I mean, what else do I like about this game? I really like, I like the one level where you have, the spinning cat statues in the background, which is really cool. Then you have to lead one of the bosses to hit the cat statue, and then its weak point appears. No, that's not it. That's not it. Get out of my head! Get out of my head! I like the part where you have to fight the giant amalgamation of cats, and then you have to shoot it with your bow and arrow and bait it to fly towards you, and you grab onto its wing. No, that's not it. That's not it either.
Should we get a medical professional on the line?
Get out of my mind, liquid! Anyway, I think Team Ico should really make a sequel to this because it's actually a pretty solid, underappreciated game. That's, kind of muddled a little bit by having a Yearlies bit attached to it. It's a fun time, albeit in a regular pitch would be somewhat underwhelming, as you can probably imagine.
I think I just watched a one-man show.
It was good.
Oh, I'm glad. I didn't write any notes for it.
All right. Well, you know me. I like talking about roguelike, turn-based RPGs. So here I am again. But the thing that Dicey Dungeons unique compared to
always a pleasure.
Is that always a pleasure. But the thing that makes this game unique is that it's kind of like an RPG mixed with Yahtzee. Where you're rolling dice to try to, like, 6-sided dice, to try to get the best outcome possible. And you might normally think, oh, so you want to roll high, but that's not always the case. It depends on the characters that you play as. Like, for example, one of the characters you can play as is the warrior, where you are really just trying to roll as high as you can to deal the most damage, which, you know, you roll a 6, you deal 6 damage. I think it's +2 or something like that as well. But then you have characters like the rogue, where it's like they can reuse their weapon, but you can only really put 1s or 2s in it. So you want to really roll low with the rogue. You even have different, like, ways of rolling, like with the robot, where you have to press a button, which is part of its, like, special meter, essentially, to roll a dice. And if it gets in, like, a special zone, or if you get it, like, exactly the amount of ticks that it has, like, if you roll that exact number, then you get, like, a bonus. But if you go over it, then it, like, glitches and you can't, like, use any of your shit anymore. So there's lots of different ways to actually play this game, but what I really like about it is the enemy variety. The way that they have these enemies function, I think, is really fascinating, because you're basically doing a different strategy for every single guy you approach. Some of them can be a little bullshitty, don't get me wrong, but for the most part, I think that the enemy design here is pretty good. Not only do they look great, but you have some unique characters, such as Sticky Hands, where his whole gimmick is that he doesn't attack you. He is interested in stealing your money and running away. And that's what he tries to do. Eventually, he rolls enough, he can pour it into one of his things. That just lets him flee after stealing money from you. You also have an alchemist who turns herself into a bear to attack you after running out of all of her, like, attacks or whatever. You have the Rat King.
Kelly Joel Osment played a bear called Barry Barrington in the Country Bears.
It's true. You have the Rat King, who constantly is trying to poison you, and can constantly make more dice for himself, so he can basically poison you for as many times as, like, attacks as he has. And then you have some of the bosses, which are pretty unique too, which is, one of them is a vampire, who can only be killed with a stake that you're given at the beginning of the fight. So you can whittle him down with, like, whatever weapons you have, but you kind of have to sacrifice one of your weapons to make sure you have room for this stake, which can be either really frustrating, but when you kill him, it feels really rewarding. But my favorite boss.
One question.
Yeah.
Was it medium rare or well done?
I prefer a medium rare steak, to be honest. My favorite boss, though, is the fucking Girl Scout. Like, she just attacks you with, like, with her own, like, fucking cookies and fucking, like, fire camp skills and all that. It's a very fun, like, quirky kind of game, and you know me. You know these are the kinds of games that I like.
Do I know you? Do I really know you?
I would hope so, after all these years. Anyway, this game is fun. This game is great. I love this game. And that's all I have to say.
All right. We start the voting with Chris.
I'm gonna need you to come back to me.
All right. We start with Clanky.
I'm voting for Dicey Dungeons.
Right. Taylor.
Christian, I have a very important question for you, and I know the way I phrased that made it sound like it's not a very important question, and I'm setting you up for a joke, but I need you to understand this is a very important question.
I will answer honestly in regards to the game PUSS and not about the bit that I just did.
Okay. Why do you pronounce it PUSS?
It's funny.
That's what I want to know.
It's very funny. It's pretty fucking funny.
Oh, so that's PUSS.
PUSS.
See, I just thought you were vocally incapable of saying puss, but then you immediately said it when I asked.
Yeah.
No, it's not like crayon.
Crayon.
Or pillow.
Oh, I said crayon, right?
But
That's right. You
pillow.
say pillow is the one you mess
Pillow.
up.
Yeah, there you are.
I fucking
Getting
hate
better.
all of you.
Have you ever met somebody who says it cran?
Yes.
Those people
I
are
can't
hilarious.
stand that.
There's the Homestar Runner sketch where he goes, "Do we have time to talk about clowns?"
I had a friend from. I had a friend from. I think if I remember correctly, he was from Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
so I'm
that's
going to
it.
give him a pass on his pronunciation of crayon. However, I also had another friend who, born and raised, in the same county as me, and pronounced it crayon. And I'm like, you don't have the excuse. There's no accent here that has that sound.
Can I have some crayon berry juice with my toast, please?
I thought you said there's no accident here.
Accent.
No.
There's no accent with that here.
Yeah, no, it clicked eventually.
We're going to be
I was
serving
hoping-
breakfast in a second.
I was hoping that would answer my help me decide what to vote for, but the truth is I'm still very conflicted, so come back to me.
All right, Graham.
Vote for Shadow of the Colossus.
It would be so fucking funny if we went through the same thing again. It would be so fucking funny.
Mick.
I'm voting for Dicey Dungeons.
Let's go.
Back to Christian.
Dicey Dungeons. Well, no, that's not my vote. I wanted to do a Penguin Yay one thing, but I ended up saying
You have to count it. You have to count it. That's his vote.
But that's the thing. I said come back to me because I'm split. Taylor, do you really not know what you want to do?
Look, here's the thing. On paper, it should be easy for me to vote for Dicey Dungeons, and I want to say this has nothing to do with how Clanky played it, but I did watch Clanky play it, and I remember thinking that this did not capture me, and I don't know if I just got a bad look at it or if I need the right thing.
I will say, I was introduced to this game by watching my friend play it, and I agree with your sentiment. But then he convinced me to get it, so I played it, and then that's when it clicked, and that's when I'm like,
do it yourself. It's like you can't watch Pikmin, you have to play Pikmin.
Yeah, I mean that was my experience with it.
All right. What you're asking me to do is trust you.
Yeah, so you can vote for Puss. It's okay.
No, dude, Puss had its chance.
Look,
Puss had its chance. Puss, more like sup.
Sup, dog.
And that,
it kind of came in. There we go.
What's up with you?
I don't know, man. What's a duck do?
It's like the third time Puss has been in a bracket, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. If there was a record for every time Puss was in a bracket and it didn't win, I would still vote for Dicey Dungeons.
And then I will give it to PUSS. PUSS.
Puss loses, as it was always meant to. All right. So we have the battle.
Get to the losers round.
Oh, yes. 3.5 hours in, we're finally getting the losers round.
Speedrun time.
Oh. All right. Final Fantasy XIV versus Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg, starting with Clanky.
Billy Hatcher.
Okay. Taylor.
I want whatever will go farther. So you guys go, and I'll decide then based on what happens.
Bold.
Graham.
Final Fantasy 14.
Mick.
Back to me.
Christian.
I mean, look, you said it yourself. After 100 hours, it really is peak. I gotta give it to XIV.
Back to Taylor.
Mick, here's a gun. We'll take it together and shoot whatever you ask me to.
You know what? Let's do it like this. I'm gonna vote for Final Fantasy 14.
Okay. Then I'm also going to vote for Final Fantasy 14.
4 votes.
Goodbye, Jint Egg.
Hatcher.
I hate this because it's just going to lose next round. I feel like Billy Hatcher could have gone farther.
No,
Or lose next. Hold on. Don't call your chickens before they reach the pond.
It's going up against either Vib-Ribbon or Dicey Dungeons.
And these are I think it
which Christian and Clanky love and don't take 100 hours. I mean, you could probably play hundreds of hours with Vib-Ribbon.
I think we've already established that Vib-Ribbon has potentially more content than any other game that has ever been made.
And it takes about 900 songs to get really good.
the 950th song does.
Once you're playing the video of your own birth, that's when it really picks up.
I'm gonna plug an entire Yearlies into Vib-Ribbon. Fuck you guys.
Psychotic shit, dude. Imagine playing a fucking 3-hour-long Vib-Ribbon.
What you should do is isolate the audio of your pitch for Vib-Ribbon, burn that onto a CD, and play that.
And play Vib-Ribbon.
I was going to go a step further. I was going to say play this whole Yearlies on Vib-Ribbon.
I don't even want to do it.
No, but I meant like make the footage we use for this your pitch.
That actually is a very good. You know what? We'll come back to that later. We'll come back to that a couple weeks from now.
Circle back to it.
Yeah, we'll circle pin.
Right.
That. We'll come back to that a couple weeks.
Okay.
From now.
Alpha Protocol versus Frogger 2 Swampy's Revenge. Starting with Clanky.
Frogger 2 Swampy's Revenge.
Taylor.
Really?
Yeah, I have no offense, Graham. I have no interest in Alpha Protocol.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take even that as the win. I vote for Frogger.
Graham.
Alpha Protocol?
Mick.
Alpha Protocol. I've actually really wanted to play Alpha Protocol.
And
It's a shame because Mick strikes me as a Frogger fan.
I just fucking hate that frog.
Very well known. Many people are saying this.
Shit.
Why? Why that frog? Why?
Oh.
Why frogs? Why?
Why frogs? Why?
I have Frogger-related trauma.
What is my name?
I also have Frogger-related trauma, but it's because I got bullied in middle school. So, Christian, a vote for Frogger is not just a vote for what I want. It's a vote against bullying.
What's the score?
2-2.
Tied.
It's tied?
Yeah.
Sorry. Alpha Protocol.
Okay.
Christian
The bullies win.
Bullying. All right. MLB 07 The Show versus Zombie That My Neighbors. Do what you want. Clanky.
Well, zombies ain't my neighbors. It's been fun.
Graham.
MLB
Oh, wait, no, Taylor.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll take the vote then. All right.
It's
Taylor.
mine.
I was going to say something funny.
Okay.
The amount of fiction that can tell their stories across multiple years and arcs and actually succeed.
I mean, Major League
Yeah,
Baseball's
the
been
time
around for a
knife. We've
while.
all heard it.
I'll vote for MLB The Show.
Okay. Graham.
MLB 07, the Show Me a Hero.
I'll write you a tragedy. Mick.
MLB 07 The Show.
Jesus.
The fucking
And Christian.
baseball game beat it. Sorry, Jordan. I'm sorry.
Well, look,
It's okay.
Baseball.
look, to be honest with you, zombies ate my neighbors, and I'm not very pleased to hear that they are deceased. But the game, it seems pretty rad. So a consolation, if you would.
A consolation, if you will.
I'll take it.
A consolation bit, if you will. We are selling bits.
Fallen.
It's a bit for sale.
Fallen.
What's the charge? Eating a bit? A succulent bit?
Succulent
A succulent Yearlies bit.
That's better.
All right. Fallen London versus PUSS. Starting with Clanky.
Fall in London.
Taylor.
I think Puss has to die losers round one,
Yeah.
and I feel like I gotta give Fallen London. I might actually like Puss more, but Fallen London has so much more potential. And like hour 750, like, that's the key hour that I really want you all to look out for.
You get to turn yourself into a candle.
Holy,
Oh,
make
that's
sure
great.
you pee before that hour. You don't want to miss that.
Also, the art style of Puss might actually kind of.
Oh yeah, it'll fuck you up. It'll fuck you up.
It'll fuck you.
What's your last name? It'll fuck you.
It'll fuck your eyes, that's for sure.
Graham, it is. Yeah.
Voted for London Has Fallen.
With Morgan Freeman. Mick. Well.
Fall in London.
Christian.
And so, to fulfill its destiny, the destiny that was always destined for Puss, the cursed game that has hung over the Yearlies for so long, I think it is only poetic if Puss went down with a 5-0. I'm voting for Fall in London.
Only because you keep reminding us that you hate that Yearlies.
Puss.
It's funny
And
that
I
Puss
should- and
gets
I just-
expunged and Ape Escape didn't.
I want to say, in those rounds in 2018 where I voted for PUSS over the games that are actually there, I meant it. I would have voted for PUSS over those games. I wasn't like doing it for a bit. No, but like it's because it sounds like I was being silly. But I did not give a shit about Shadow of the Colossus or Pillars of Eternity 2: Deadfire, and I did not give a shit about Shadow of the Colossus or Kirby Star Allies because everyone's like Kirby Star Allies is like the worst Kirby game ever.
I'm the only person defending it, and I still stand by it. Speaking of Kirby, actually, funny you mentioned that.
Oh yes, exactly. Kingsway versus
wow, the
Kirby's
Kirby guy likes a
return
Kirby
to
game.
Dreamland.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Do not get me on my soapbox.
Kingsway versus Kirby's Return to Dreamland, starting now with Taylor.
Kirby.
So you're gonna play that in Vib-Ribbon next?
Yes, good idea.
Graham.
So here's the thing, and the thing was created by Jack Kirby.
Oh yeah.
Kirby's Return to Dreamland.
Mick.
Kirby's Return to Dreamland.
Wait, what the hell?
Clanky.
Kingsway.
And Christian, who I just realized I skipped over.
No, it's okay. I mean, considering the very lukewarm reception of Kirby in the previous round, I thought this game was fucked, but I'll take an extra round forward. I will vote for Kirby.
I'm kind of... I think I might have to push for Kirby to win, but remember how well that went last time.
Look, I don't think Kirby's gonna win the bracket, but I'm happy it could. Honestly, I was concerned that it hit. That I very much overestimated the quality of my pitch, but I am glad it's going further.
When Final Fantasy XIV doesn't win, I kind of know what's gonna win.
Look, at the 100th hour of Kirby's Return to Dreamland, you've returned one too many times.
That's true, because by that time it's like playthrough 9.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Outer Wilds versus Sea of Thieves, starting with Taylor.
The Outer Wilds.
Yeah. Graham.
Sea of Thieves.
Mick.
As much as I love Sea of Thieves, I love Outer Wilds more.
Christian.
We're going the Outer Wilds on this one.
3-1 for Clanky.
Outer Wilds.
4-1. Okay.
Wait, can I change my vote to Outer Wilds so see if he can get 5?
5-0.
I mean,
yeah.
If you'd like.
I mean, we don't have to like actually change it. We'll just know it in our hearts.
He just wants to throw a tsunami at the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, hang on.
How do we not have the Hawaii 5-0 on our soundboard?
Because we're idiots.
Next time.
I think it's way more fun to sing it ourselves.
Yeah, it's better to make it ourselves. Or
Yeah. All right. Return of the Obra Dinn versus Digimon's Cybersleuth Complete Edition, starting with Taylor.
Lucas, if you're listening, I've been getting a very bad rap in the Yearlies that I dislike you. I have been gaslit. People are rooting my good name. I love Return of the Obra Dinn.
He's not been gaslit.
Don't listen to Mick.
Don't say that. You sound crazy.
Everyone thinks he's crazy.
You're not being gaslit. That's crazy talk, Taylor.
God, you make a really compelling argument. Maybe I should vote for Digimon. No, I'm going to vote for Return of the Obra Dinn.
Okay. Graham.
Lucas, if you're listening, specifically George Lucas, why are you here? Hi, you made Star Wars. Go enjoy retirement.
Yeah, you did make Star Wars.
Voting for Return of the Obra Dinn.
I hope that whenever you meet a celebrity, you just tell them what they made and walk away.
I want to see the bewildered expression on their faces.
Go to James Gunn. Oh, hey, you made Guardians of the Galaxy. We'll see ya.
They don't even say goodbye. You walk past them as if they're not even there.
Well, walk up to James. You made PG porn.
Oh man.
He did.
Wait, what?
He did. Look it up.
He made a series called James Gunn PG porn. No, I'm pretty sure porn is not actually.
Yeah, no. Sorry, I didn't hear what you said, so I was like, wait, hang on. What?
Yeah. Mick.
Return of the Obra Dinn. Though there's a non-zero part of me that wants to vote for Digimon Cybersleuth for some reason.
Yeah. Christian.
For some reason.
I'm sorry, that sounded meaner than I meant it.
The part of me that wants to vote for Digimon Cybersleuth Complete Edition is going to vote for Digimon Cybersleuth Complete Edition.
Well, that's fair. And Clanky.
Obra Dinn.
4-1. and Vib-Ribbon versus Dicey Dungeons, starting with Taylor.
I've done this in the past where I place my trust in something that I was unsure of before and letting someone tell me to just trust me that I'll have a good time, sell me away on it. So I'm going to put my trust in Clanky that I will enjoy Dicey Dungeons. It isn't that hard, actually. I don't really... Lines are cool, but...
Lines versus cubes, man.
The battle of the century.
So Dungeons and the dice.
I don't know. These dungeons look pretty dicey, man.
Mick.
Yeah. At no point am I going to be voting for Vib-Ribbon with nothing against it. It's just I have no rhythm. I'm voting for Dicey Dungeons.
It's a massacre out here.
I have no rhythm.
I'm gonna play that on Vib-Ribbon. I should have put that in the fucking CD. God damn it! That wasn't even a fucking quarter of the fucking songs that I picked out for this.
Christian.
You had the correspondence on there. I was happy.
Oh yeah, that was one of I picked 3 really hard tracks, and it was like those are the ones I mostly practice on. And my goal with those was just to beat them because they were hard enough that I was like, I can't even make it through without getting devolved into a frog. This game is hard. Anyway, yes, I am voting for Vib-Ribbon. That request docket is still open.
Okay.
I know Jordan's the one who usually says this, but how are frogs at 100 hours our running gag?
Frogs are a very easy running gag. Frogs are
great.
No, it's the combination of the two things.
Well, frogs are more of like a hopping gag or like a jumping gag.
Frogs are more of a why.
All right, Clanky.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm really interested in Vib-Ribbon, but I know I like Dicey Dungeons.
Yeah. Okay, 4-1. Kingsway versus Fallen London, starting now with Graham.
Fallen London.
Mick.
Fallen London.
Christian.
So, wait, no, this isn't from the same developer, is it? These developers have no relation to Sunless Seas and Sunless Skies, right?
Oh no,
Fallen London does.
Fallen London. It's from the
same people.
Same people, same universe.
Okay, so this is why I mentioned that, because in 2015, everyone, I think especially you, Mick, was big-assed that I was voting for Sunless Seas so much. And that's because I have this sort of inherent faith in the franchise from what I had seen, that it looks so cool and there's so many open ends to things. And that's why I'm probably, this might not even be the last time I vote for Fallen London.
Okay.
The massacre out here.
Yeah.
It's rough, I know.
Clanky.
Kingsway.
And Taylor.
You got me, pal. Clanky's been asking me to play Kingsway since like the birth of the computer. So
yeah.
it's probably gonna get on the next backlog.
Okay. Sea of Thieves versus MLB 07 the show. Starting with Graham.
These seas be thieving.
Mick.
It's not called Sea of Friends.
I wish it was. Christian.
They did actually have an update called Sea of Friends, where they added new social stuff. But yeah, for the most part, it is Sea of Thieves. People can be assholes in this game.
Okay. Christian.
I'm going to vote for Sorry of Thieves because I'm sorry, Jordan.
It's okay. I'm just glad it got this far, honestly. I put it up to amuse myself. Clanky.
Sea of Thieves.
Can it be 5-0'd twice?
Oh, no.
If Sea of Thieves did not have the Monkey Island expansion, I would say no. But because it has Dominic Armato as Guybrush Threepwood in the Secret of Monkey Island gameplay, I'm going to go ahead and ba, and then I'm going to ba, and then I'm going to ba, and then stick with me on this. No, actually, I think that's it.
Wait, honestly, it's kind of cool that one of my games could be 5-0'd twice in one game.
I think one of the parents from Peanuts walked in.
Incidentally, I mean, Jordan, you're like, oh man, MLB's 07 the show got 5-0'd twice. Yeah, well, it beat Zombies Ate My Neighbors. So shut
the fuck up, fuck you.
Digimon,
Zombies eat that man's neighbors.
I'm not listening. La 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 la.
Digimon Cybersleuth Complete Edition versus Alpha Protocol. Starting with Graham still.
Listen.
It's rough out there, man.
One of these games is getting a sequel finally, like this year, so I can safely say it's not the only one of its series. The other, God knows what'll happen to it in like 10 years from now. So I'm voting for Alpha Protocol.
Thing is a dead franchise.
It's true. Well, it's also just logic. Sorry.
Alpha Protocol.
Yeah.
I look forward to the day where I have to buy Alpha Protocol with a Subway gift card.
Christian.
The Yearly's last call. More like the Yearly's last protocol, because I'm voting for Alpha Protocol.
Mick, you meant the sandwich card, right?
Yeah, no, there's this one site that sells video games, and I know because a YouTuber I watch once bought a copy of Driver San Francisco using a Subway gift card, because there was this site that sold old games, and for some reason they accept Subway gift cards.
Wow. Clanky.
I don't know, man. I guess I'll give it to Alpha Protocol.
And Taylor.
What's the score?
4-0. Alpha Protocol.
Oh. Yeah, well, look. Graham stopped playing the Trails game because of Digimon Cybersleuth, so I'm a little pissed off that he couldn't even have the balls to vote for it every time, but I'll do it.
All right. 4-1.
Well, but then I could have let off the 5-0 again, and that would have been fun.
Yeah. All right.
Ba 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 ba.
Your day will come. Your day will appear.
All right.
All right.
So
Vib-Ribbon versus.
Yeah, I just want to say that the amount of fiction that can tell their stories across multiple years and arcs and actually succeed are very few.
All in London.
If Vib-Ribbon loses, I'm playing the Hawaii 5-0 theme in Vib-Ribbon.
Good. All right, Vib-Ribbon versus Final Fantasy 14, starting with Graham.
Bless you.
Final Fantasy 14.
Oh, I think it might be Jover. Oh, shit. Fuck.
Mick.
Come back to me.
Christian.
It's not that I didn't expect this. Admittedly, I'm actually a little surprised it didn't get last.
Stop it. Stop doing that. Stop doing that.
Oh, but it might work, Taylor. It might work. It might work. But of course I'm going to vote for Vib-Ribbon. Or else my next Vib-Ribbon map is going to be me crying.
Clanky.
Vib-Ribbon.
Taylor.
Ho hum, strong bad. We have no chance of Final Fantasy 14 winning. Life is just an endless series of depression.
Less chance of Vib-Ribbon winning. Vib-Ribbon
and then you
win.
die of.
And
then you die of dysentery.
I already lost.
Mick, you can do the funniest thing right now.
No, he can't.
You can
He
just
already
not
did.
vote.
So, like, it's 2-2, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so, like, here's where I'm at, right?
It's got 8.
I don't think I would get any enjoyment out of Vib-Ribbon because I'm not good at rhythm games. It's if I vote for it, it would be out of the novelty of that the game is so small that it fits onto your RAM,
It's
and
so
then you can
neat,
plug
isn't
it.
Mick? It's the neatest
Like, yeah,
thing
it's
you've
really
ever
neat.
heard.
Like here's the problem. Vib-Ribbon is really fucking neat.
It's interesting.
Final Fantasy 14 is almost doing everything in its power to make me not want to play it.
You have no faith that your good friend, is telling you that you could have the most minimum amount of fun in it?
No. I trust you wholeheartedly that I will have the minimum amount of fun in it.
That there's the idea that there's something maybe for you there, that you maybe have one good day and then never play it again?
Christian, do you think there's anything for me in Vib-Ribbon?
How many rhythm games have you played, Mick? How do you know you don't have rhythm?
Let's see. Let's see. I don't think I've ever successfully played a song on a Guitar Hero game.
This is okay. So actually, let me say this: Vib-Ribbon difficulty wise, if you don't like fucking play fucking stupid fire in the flames bullshit on the maximum difficulty in this game, I would say this is actually, it's harder than something like Rhythm Heaven, but it's definitely easier than a Guitar Hero. It's definitely easier than Osu. And
if it's harder than Rhythm Heaven, I'm voting for Final Fantasy XIV.
Yeah. Oh well. All right. Whatever. I tried.
Wow. Okay.
I outsouted you, Christian.
Yeah.
And now I'm gonna die of dysentery.
The strategy works so well.
Don't talk about Terry that way.
All right. That's a good joke. Sea of Thieves versus Fallen London, starting out with Mick again.
Oh, I thought you said starting out with Mexican. I'm like, what?
What?
You said Mick again. That was the bit.
Starting again with the Mexican.
Like starting points.
Okay. All right.
Anyway.
We like that.
You're gonna have to come back to me. I don't know what to do. Hang on.
Okay. How about Mexican Christian?
Olay. I'm going to vote for Fallen London.
Ariba. Clanky.
Sea of Thieves.
Yeah. Taylor.
Olay. I'm gonna vote for Sea of Thieves, and then I'm gonna die of dysentery.
Thanks, Eeyore. Graham.
Oh, I'm strong sad.
I know.
You know, it's funny. I can't believe you call me out on that because my usual running gag with doing an Eeyore impression is to be dying of dysentery.
Yeah.
I just happen to recycle that bit for another depressed character because we're selling bits, and sometimes you have to recycle bits.
I compost my bits.
Make the world a better place.
Yeah.
A bitter place.
And if you would like to get in on that action, the number on the screen is here. Please donate a bit today. The Yearlies is almost over. Graham needs a kidney.
This child.
Why is he pointing at me?
The child is what I call my kidney.
He didn't know until just now that he needed a kidney because we didn't tell him.
Yeah, it's like kidney. That's why it's my child.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
What are you voting for, Graham?
I'm gonna vote for Fallen London.
Mick, it's tied up for you, buddy.
Tied up for me.
Nick, you've expressed both games from the same standpoint, but one is a single-player standpoint and one is a multiplayer standpoint in terms of the stories that you can create yourself. So this is me not telling you what to vote for. Just ask yourself, would you rather generate stories yourself or generate stories with your friends?
So the difference is that Fallen London is actually like having like the stories are actually like pre-written.
Okay.
Like the way you explore, they're not like it's not like it's not the same kind of immersion gameplay that Sea of Thieves has.
Well, I'll just go get fucked then.
I've been playing Fallen London on and off for almost over a decade. I think that means I have to vote for it.
I mean, you did tell me at one point that Fallen London was your favorite video game of all time.
It is true.
Yeah, I know.
It was your favorite when we the first years that we knew you.
Yeah, but granted, I already hate that list. I already know things I've done wrong on it.
Yeah. But like Christian, think about what happened when we first met Mick. Like we went up to him, we said, "Hello, I'm Taylor," and you said, "I'm Christian." He says, "Hi, I'm Mick. Fallen London is my favorite video game of all time."
No, that's not what happened because I talked about Mr. Driller with Christian. That was the first interaction we had.
Why did you nominate Mr. Driller for this bracket?
I should have.
Final Fantasy XIV versus Alpha Protocol, starting with Mick.
Alpha Protocol.
Christian.
Alpha Protocol.
Clanky.
Alpha Protocol.
Taylor.
The amount of fiction.
There's a lot of it.
I knew it was coming, but I still laughed at it.
That die of dysentery.
Yeah.
Is a succulent
Chinese meal.
And now I'm going to suck my own penis. Final Fantasy XIV.
This comedy chimera.
Damn.
Alpha Protocol.
Guys, I just want attention.
Isn't that why we do this? We all just want attention.
Glad we got it on camera.
Well,
we put games on here so that we can have the attention on us for the allotted amount of time.
That why you guys are here?
So, like, yeah, like the two people that watch.
We're getting paid.
Exactly.
Kirby's Return to Dreamland versus the Outer Wilds, starting with Mick still. Well,
Outer Wilds.
Christian.
This This is like losing a boxing match against Muhammad Ali. So I won't complain. Kirby's turn to Dreamland.
Clanky.
The Outer Wilds.
Taylor.
It's like losing a boxing match to Mike Tyson.
No, then you just die.
Oh, that's so original, Taylor. That's such
you
an
lose your
original
ear.
you never recover.
I would have rather you ignored. I vote for Kirby's Return to Dreamland.
Tied up for Graham.
I'm voting for the Outer Wilds.
Wilds they or won't they?
Who's to say?
They shouldn't. Return of the Obra Dinn versus Dicey Dungeons, starting with Mick.
Return of the Obra Dinn.
Christian.
Those darn Dicey Dungeons.
Clanky.
Dicey Dungeon, you can do it.
Taylor.
If you're returning to the Obra Dinn, and you're returning to the Obra Dinn,
then who's
and
flying the plane?
Thank you.
Then I'm going to vote for Return of the Obra Dinn.
Tied up for Graham.
Return of the Dinn Kenobi.
Yeah. True words have never
Way to
been
go, man.
spoken.
It's my second Star Wars character joke.
Only the second?
Yeah. Specifically with Return of the Obra Dinn.
Okay. Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Kirby's Return to Dreamland versus Alpha Protocol, starting out with Christian.
I think a top 4 is possible, boys.
What was that voice?
That was me like transitioning a little bit into JFK.
That was one of the mafia guys who was hustling people down for bits.
No, that was 100% JFK.
Nothing bad ever
That's not what you can do from a Dreamland.
And you will know how low Shorty got.
I'm voting for Kirby's Return to Dreamland. Oh, it's terrible. Oh, that impression is bad.
Yeah.
It's the worst impression I've ever heard.
Shut the fuck up. Don't
Thank you.
validate me.
Really? Was my Lenny that much better?
Let's each do a different president for this one. I'll do Nixon. Kirby's Return to Dreamland.
That was pretty good.
Thank you.
Taylor.
All right, I'll do William Howard Taft. That's my go-to. I don't know what William Howard Taft sounds like. I'm going to vote for Kirby's Return to Dreamland.
Just say the phrase, "Get me out of this bathtub."
Get me out of this tub. See?
Didn't know Taft sounded like Burt Reynolds. That's crazy.
I'm going to die of dysentery.
Burt Reynolds is William Howard Taft.
My ancestor is going to need to get out of this ball. Yes, that's right. I just created the canonical lore that Burt Reynolds is the ancestor of President Howard Taft.
Did he descendant?
No,
Graham?
he knows what he said.
I'm going to die of dysentery.
And?
Let me have this.
It's going to fuck with the continuity so hard.
Graham.
Vote for Alpha Protocol.
Yeah, I'm voting for Alpha Protocol.
Are you?
It's my turn?
I'll let it be clear.
To be perfectly frank.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna vote for
Yes.
That's not even an impression. That's just Mick's actual reaction to this vote.
Alpha Prototype.
I'm gonna go get on the border.
On the border. No, I can't do it as good as Jordan.
Yeah, that's some real good stuff there. All right. Yeah. Dicey Dungeons versus Fallen London. Starting with Christian.
This one's looking dicey, lads. But I'm gonna go Dicey Dungeons.
Clanky.
Dicey Dungeon.
Taylor.
Just know that 100 hours in, dysentery starts to get really good.
That way you may have been dead for 50 of
Says
those.
no one ever.
I'll vote for Dicey Dungeons for the win.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Graham. Oh.
Fallen London.
Is it Fallen London? Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yep.
And Mick.
Fallen London.
Yeah. All right. Final
Fallen
four.
London.
Yeah, falling down in London.
Better go catch it.
Somebody help me up.
Look at that! Open the window. It's a wheelchair.
Can I say?
Now listen here.
Now listen here.
Oh, Mary, Mary, wash it down for you.
I wish we started this earlier.
I gotta say, this final four.
We weren't delirious enough then. Now we're delirious enough to do shit like this.
It passed. The clock has comes past 12.
Our sanity meter's gone to 0.
Yeah. I've entered the fucking dark hour from Persona 3. I gotta say, this top 4 feels like it has a little something for everyone.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take it away so only one person is happy.
I mean, that's what we do every
Kirby's
year.
return. Kirby's return.
Try to take over the world.
Yeah.
The Yearlies, and the vote.
Kirby's return to Dreamland versus Dicey Dungeons, starting with Christian still.
Yeah, I mean, I realized last round I was like, by voting for Dicey Dungeons, I think I'm dooming Kirby here. Let's see if that actually comes to pass. I'm gonna vote for Kirby's Return to Dreamland, and if it gets 4th place, whatever.
Clanky.
Dicey Dungeon.
Taylor.
Well, I don't want to. No, I'm not going to do that. Whatever I predict never happens. So I'm going to just vote for Kirby's Return to Dreamland. I'm going to just vote for Curb Your Enthusiasm. And we're going to move on with our lives.
Play that song in Vib-Ribbon.
Do it. Graham.
Only for Kirby's Return of the Dream Die.
All right, now I feel bad. Damn it! Why do I always do this? It's my fault.
Mick.
Yeah, I'm so mad at you in particular, Christian.
Mick, that's
I'm kidding. That was a joke. Sorry.
You're kidding. Don't even worry about it.
It doesn't matter what I vote for, right?
No, it's 3-1.
Fuck it, I'll give it to Dicey Dungeons.
Okay, 3-2.
3-2.
That's in the top 4.
I have to say, that was such an interesting round because it was a round where I was physically incapable of giving a spite vote.
Well, that's what I was going to do. Is I would say, let's see, Christian. Paul and London just lost to Dicey Dungeons, so I feel like a spite vote was inevitable. But I knew that as soon as I said that, you'd want to rise above that and not do it.
No. But here's the thing: is that if I voted for Dicey, here's the thing: I could vote for Kirby's Return to Dreamland, all right, and kill Dicey Dungeons. But then Christian would be happy, and Christian is one of the people who led to Fallen London losing. And so I'm like,
wow.
I don't know what to do.
The gymnastics! You should go to the Olympics with this one, buddy.
Well, if I may, I would just like to say, ba 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 ba
that's exactly it. You're right.
All right. Outer Wilds versus Return of the Obra Dinn, starting with Christian.
Well, it's okay. Consider this a makeup here, because I think in this matchup I will always be voting for the Outer Wilds.
Okay, cool. Clanky.
I'm voting for Outer Wilds.
Taylor.
I gotta tell you, this feels like you could do an entire thesis paper arguing against these two games, deciding which one is better. And I feel like because Outer Wilds is already going to win, I'm not going to do the work, and I'm just going to vote for Return to the Obra Dinn, just so it has the vote. I don't know which one I like better, and I don't have to figure it out.
These are very smart games. And that's
Absolutely.
a good thing, obviously.
Like, I might like Outer Wilds more. I don't know. But Mick's going to vote for it and give it the win anyways.
Yeah, Graham.
Return of the Obra Dinn.
And Mick.
Outer Wilds.
Yes. Okay. Return. Oh, this is great. I've been waiting the whole bracket for this. Return of the Obra Dinn versus Return to Dreamland.
That's where the Obra Dinn was.
Kirby's returns to the Obra Dinn.
Maybe the return of the Obra Dinn was the dysentery we got along the way.
Okay, where did this fit? I'm sorry. Where did this come from? Where are we going with this?
Listen, We haven't reached our bit threshold for charity yet, so I have to make sure we catch up.
Okay,
I just let him go with this. I feel he's building to something.
Call the number on this. Why would you assume that?
Because your entire existence exists off of payoff, like you said back in the Marvel Cinematic bracket.
Don't fucking use good words against me.
My whole existence is payoff.
Those horrific times.
You'll get me closer to layoffs.
Don't make good points against me.
All right. All right. This vote starts with Clanky.
Obra Dinn.
Ass.
All right.
Ass.
Taylor.
I think Clanky's being a little critical of a game that I know he really likes, but I won't fight it too hard.
Really likes is putting words in my mouth. I said I like this game. I think that
you told me in private that like you were with Kirby's Return to Dreamland back in the army days, and it saved your life.
Oh, right. Oh,
Clanky was in the
how could I forget?
army. Okay.
Yeah. He fought the good fight. He got the okay.
He had to suck off a bunch of soldiers.
Yeah. That's where he met Sucky Chris.
Oh, that's where he came from.
Bits for charity.
I didn't know I was also in the army. Anyway.
My man.
Was it my vote though?
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to vote for Kirby's Return to Dreamland because I do feel like I started a little harshly on it for a game that I do think is really fun to play.
Okay. Graham.
Return of the Obra Dinn, Obra Da, Obra La, ba da 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 da. Copyright strike.
Yeah. Mick.
Mick, can I posit one thing your way?
Sure.
No, this would be so unethical.
Haley Joel Osment played a bear and buried.
No, that doesn't work. Whatever, do whatever you want.
I think we already know what's won the bracket.
Nah, I was gonna be like, if Kirby wins, Outer Wilds will have an easier time in the finals. But
it's already getting into one of the final brackets.
Yeah, second place does matter, so do whatever you want.
We know a remote farm in Lincolnshire where Mrs. Buckley lives. Every July, peas grow there. I'm voting.
You can't just say in July. I mean, get me a jury. And
Why? That doesn't make any sense. Give me a jury and show me how you can say in July. It'll go down on you. That's just idiotic. If you forgive me for saying so. It's just stupid. In July.
All right. What was your vote for again?
Return of the Obra Dinn.
Okay. We were welsing all over it. And Christian.
Shit, I thought I voted. Anyway, this is like losing a boxing match against Mr. Dream. Feels a lot like the Mike Tyson one. He ripped my other ear off. Now I have no ears. So.
And that's all the boxers. We named all three boxers.
And one of them wasn't even fucking real. Thanks for knowing what I was voting for, George.
Oh, I had a feeling. Yeah. All right. Once again, we just had this matchup: the Outer Wilds versus Return of the Obra Dinn. Starting with Clanky.
Outer Wilds.
Taylor.
All right, well, we're approaching the end, so I just want to thank Dysentery. I'd like to thank the 100 Hours and the Frogs and all the presidents who came here to be us and the three boxers that existed. We've had a great run for charity tonight, and, at the end of the day, I'm dying inside. Lisa, please. Please, Lisa.
So am I.
But you're on the border.
I'm going to approach this from the exact same logic that I did before. Outer Wilds has already won, and I just... Yeah, I'm gonna let the 3-2 hit Obra Dinn. That's what I've decided.
Okay, Graham.
Return of the Obra Dinn.
Mick.
The Outer Wilds.
Christian, you put this one away. It's tied up.
Admittedly, that could have been the first 4-1 finals round in a very long time. I think since like Doom or something. I don't even know. But yeah,
if you decided to vote for Return of the Obra Dinn, I might have changed my vote.
Well, then that still wouldn't have been a 4-1. But at the same time, in terms of games that I know nothing about winning a bracket, I like this quite a bit. I've heard nothing but great things about the Outer Wilds. I heard nothing but great things from you guys, and by seeing it win here, it really shows one of the benefits of a game winning the Yearlies. Because now I kind of want to play it more. I'm voting for the Outer Wilds.
And I'll admit...
It's just in, ladies and gentlemen, the Outer Wilds does matter.
This is the correct choice, like all things considered.
No, the correct choice is Vib-Ribbon winning 80 million to 0.
Christian, all of my picks lost immediately, if not for the fact that 2 of them ended up in losers round 1 together.
Incidentally, can I have a Vib-Ribbon request?
Yes.
Can you do the hold music that Taylor's been haunted by for the past few days?
Yes, I will.
Oh my god!
Wherever the audio file is, I will do a Vib-Ribbon.
I think it's an all general.
Okay.
It's a little behind an all general. Why would you want that?
Because it'll be funny.
It is very funny. Yes.
We already broached the subject of doing Vib-Ribbon with just Christian crying. So
just to explain to the audience what he's talking about, I was on hold with an AC company the other day, and it's just a non-stop hour of the hold music going. Ba, 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 and you and so on and so forth. It's insufferable. I kind of have no respect for the human race anymore.
When mad he did.
Why'd you spill your beans?
Why'd you spill your beans?
Return of the Obra Dinn is probably the most lighthouse coded game that we've ever put on a bracket.
It's due to let me go, dude.
All right, somebody should sign us off before we go into hysterics.
I'll sign us off. Hey, this is our last call. There, subscribe button below. There's some other videos. I don't know what the next video game bracket is going to be. I mean, maybe it'll be 2023. Who knows?
Yeah, let's decide that off screen after we're done here. Yeah.
Yeah. This was me finally losing bracket. Had to come at some point.
You lost a bracket?
One of my picks has always won the honorable mention brackets every time.
Well, I guess this is kind of an honorable mention. Yeah, Graham's pick won the honorable
Jurassic
three
Park,
times in a row.
Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Triathlete?
Yeah.
That's not how that term works.
It was.
I'll try anything at this point.
What is it? A hat trick?
Guys, thank you so much for donating bits to charity tonight.
Mm-hmm. With you, we can kill that child.
Yay!
Can't imagine you fucking end on the yay.